Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Cool. I was looking for the text that I'm going to read real quick. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Too Many Words podcast. I am your host, Isaac William Joseph. Across the way from me is my best friend, Jordan Van Cleve, and we have two very special first-time guests on the Too Many Words podcast because we're celebrating episode 100. 100 times have we sat down to record. 100 times have we done this weekly. 100 times have we dedicated to ourselves something that is bigger than ourselves. And I am just so happy. Say hi to the fans, Mr. James Ward.
Hi, us.
And then we have this episode. You know what you clicked on. You saw the title. You saw the thumbnail. D&D for the 100th episode. So, of course, who else but Dean Sturdivant? Am I saying that right?
Sturdivant?
Sturdivant.
It's as best as you can.
Yes.
It's a Dutch last name.
Of Green Unicorn Art.
Yep.
He has such a passion for DMing, and so why not him? Thank you so much, Dean, for being our DM.
It is
for
my
this episode.
absolute pleasure to be here. I'm glad to be able to be up with all of you today, and we're going to have a really good time. We're going on a little adventure together. I'm going to hopefully have a good time, and not and other players are going to die. Hopefully that's the plan.
So, just the quickest little intro, get business out of the way, then we'll get into the game. Obviously, Too Many Burgers, be there or be square. I don't know any square people, so you're going to be there. August 31st. Square
There
patties?
are square patties.
Yeah, I do like me some Wendy's. All right, I'll tell you what. It's a.
I don't know what you're talking about, not knowing square people. You have that. Right, there is a certain host.
I am a very square individual, yes.
I
I'm
don't
very
think you're
boxy.
square.
Oh, I mean,
You have a nice jawline.
thank you. I appreciate that. It's not as good as it used to be, but I thank you so
You've
much.
You've got a nice facial hair. In the
See, I call it the Lingelbach jowls. It's my family.
I like that all of us here have facial hair, and it all looks really good.
Appreciate that. Yours looks great. And so, would you like to read? Okay, wait a second. I'm getting too far ahead of myself. Too Many Burgers, August 31st. Please go. We just got superheroes to agree to join. More context, go to the Facebook page. Too Many Burgers,
fine.
free live event.
That's
Anyways,
awesome.
yeah, we got the Misfits
fisting
crew
it, so it's all right.
That's
to
awesome.
join us for
I am
cosplay.
super excited. I have worked
Yeah.
with them before.
Sweet.
They are amazing people. I've also worked with a lot of other cosplay groups. We've done hospital visits. We've done various events. It's been fantastic. So you are going to have a great time at your big event, and I'm excited to see your movie.
I'm so excited to see everything just come together, and friends of this, and then this, and then this. No, they're gonna invite everybody, and I'm picking from like 8 different parts of my life, and everybody's inviting friends of those 8 parts of my life, and we're gonna hit my personal goal of 100 people. I'm so confident. But if we don't, I'm still happy because we're in the phase of, can we do the stuff that we say we're going to do? And we're going to do it, regardless on if a single person shows up. And it makes me so happy. Now, yes, Dungeons and Dragons. Let's immerse ourselves. Dean, would you like to read this long message here?
I will be very happy to do so, and
All right.
especially to introduce your characters.
So, yeah, do you have it opened, I assume?
I do.
Okay, yes. You pull us in, baby.
If we're ready.
Here, let me take my keys off. That'd be good. Boom.
The 3 of you, perhaps strangers to each other, you've all made a name for yourselves in these quad kingdoms, either through fame, through fortune, through being a soldier, a mercenary, serving the eternal light, or just sailing around the various different oceans and rivers and plying your wares where you would find yourself. Today you find yourself in the company of a rather lanky, tall elf with elegant clothing, part of the guild membership. He looks at all 3 of you, greeting strangers. I'm not surprised to see your kind here, and many adventurers have traveled this way since the recent troubles had began, the elf says. No doubt you've heard about the tragedy that has befallen the town of Black Marsh. Some say that the dead walk the world again. I don't know if I believe that, but a merchant caravan did travel this route a few days ago. They were headed east to the mountain pass guarded by the monastery of the Eternal Sun. Maybe it's nothing, but evil seems to have trailed in its wake. You'll see shortly, though, after the caravan went through, the monastery's gates to the pass were closed, and strange creatures began to ravage the countryside.
Ooh.
Until it's much safer, though. The gates are going to be closed, and I will remain here with the others to keep the city safe. I have to leave for a silver tree before the shadows fall over Black Marsh. And the shadow that fell over Black Marsh consumes us all. And if you're still alive, perhaps you can join me in Silver Tree. The gentleman before you is one of the guild leaders. His name is Reynolds.
Reynolds?
Reynolds.
Reynolds.
He will be your employer.
All right.
Reynolds has found the three of your services. However, that has come about. You've all come to his purview, his attention, either through feats of skill, either through connections with the caravan. Snore, I believe,
That's me.
part of a mercenary. Store. Store, yes. It's part of a mercenary group. And some of your fellow bannermen have gone missing along with the caravan.
All right.
It may have brought your concern. The fact that the land hasn't been plagued by this evil perhaps has gotten Score's attention. Being the champion of your god, I don't. And Snore, well,
Yes.
it's gold in your pouch.
Uh-huh.
Real quick.
Yes.
Do we do quick player intros?
Oh, we're going to do a player trade. Yes.
Okay.
I was gonna say,
Wait, were you
do
on?
we know each other, or is this
Do
just
you
gonna
know each
be?
other?
Is this just gonna be a funny thing where we
Let's
all have a very
let's all
similar
just
name?
run into each other.
Okay.
The three of you have all been brought to the attention of Reynolds,
Okay.
who is a guild master.
I'm gonna
That is
try to
Silver
take
Tree.
notes, but no promises they're gonna be good.
That's fine. So that's a good question. Do the three of you know each other prior to your undertaking with Reynolds?
Nope.
No. Great. This is a great moment that we can all kind of introduce your characters. So as Reynolds looks around this kind of sparse office near an outdoor kind of gazebo type area, what does he see? Sure.
I am Snore. I am a mountain dwarf. One day I had a dream that I would be a music man. And so I tried the guitar, and I was too lazy for that. So I tried the lute, and I was too lazy for that. And then I tried a piano, and I was... What was I talking about? I like the kazoo and napping. My name is Snore, the mountain dwarf.
Okay. Snore the Mountain Dwarf.
Yes.
And what is your attire, Snore?
I'm wearing a nightcap. You know, I have armor because I'm told it's smart to wear armor, but over the armor, I like to cover myself. You know, I'm a little insecure about what my body looks like, but at the same time, it's super comfy. I got like a blanket with sleeves, you know? And so I kind of look like a bulky cloak kind of individual. Dwarfs are short, right?
Yes.
I am 4 feet tall,
Nice.
and I'm just a little bundle of sleepy joy who'd rather be somewhere else comfortable.
With a kazoo.
with a kazoo
That's
because I can snore and play at the same time.
You certainly can. You certainly can. What color? Like, do you have short hair, long hair? Is it a big beard?
I have, so I'm super unoriginal. So I've grown a long beard and hair so long that it blends into the beard. The beard hair just so big, right? Comes down to my midsection, my belly button. I have that classic light blue cap and gown for sleeping that has the yellow moons and stars on it.
So I'm talking a wizard.
I look like a wizard, but I am by no means a wizard.
That's where
I am
Reynolds
just,
was mistaken. Then.
I'm super lame. I'm sorry.
That's right. Once he realizes you're not a wizard, he is somewhat forlorn and dejected, but he perseveres. He looks the lanky, tall elf with his gray eyes looks upon perhaps his hope in the red dragonborn that he sees before him. Would you go ahead and describe yourself, Store?
I am Store, a 7.5-foot tall red dragonborn with scales similar to the color of sunset. I wear simple chain, but a full suit of it, and a halberd attached to a simple scabbard on my back. I seem distant most times, but that is due to a tragedy that happened long ago, back when my training first started. I am the son of 2 simple blacksmiths. All 3 of us work for the Tiamat Mercenary Company. My parents were, as I said, blacksmiths, and red dragons as myself. Blacksmiths because we are more resistant to heat than anything else would be. So it
I
makes
hope
sense
we
for
don't
us
get
to-
copyright for this.
So it makes sense for us to work the forge. I have had troubles on my past missions, but have yet to succumb to any of them. As such, I was sent here to investigate and to earn gold for my guild.
Nice.
Hey, that's my job, dog.
Well,
I do not like
in
the
character
dwarf.
for a dwarf.
Yeah.
On character.
Reynolds suddenly looks over at the at Snore and quickly regains his composure and looks over at the last part of the this trio, if you will, Score. What does Reynolds see when he looks upon Score?
Tall-ish, about probably I'd say 6'1", maybe 6'2". Blonde hair, blue eyes, typical pretty boy.
The dream.
Short hair, kind of a little curly here and there. I am Score. Let's see. Let me get into character real quick. I am Score. I'm very pompous, very prestige. Let's see. Sorry, no, I was looking up pictures of human clerics to get kind of some
So you're like,
inspiration. But
Yeah,
yes,
one of those, yeah.
yes. He has a. I have a white hooded robe. My hood is down currently. I am wearing chainmail, and I carry a mace and a shield.
The wacky kind, not the squirry kind.
Yes, yes. It's very spiky.
Oh,
It's gonna be hard to do this voice all night.
Maybe. Well, use it sparingly. Remember, descriptive tones.
Yes.
And then the voice when you're actually talking in your character. So.
We tried implementing rules where you don't talk in character unless you talk in the voice.
That makes sense.
Doesn't always work.
nope. All of Armin's characters have all sounded the same.
Sometimes. There's a lot of them that do,
That
but like.
Okay.
Let's see. Is there anything else I should
So you have a
describe?
white hood. It's pulled down.
Yes. Well, like it's
Not a pointy
like,
hood,
not
right?
over my head.
It's pulled back, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Cool.
And so,
Thank God.
and your hair color, eye color, your facial
Blonde hair, blue eyes. Like I said,
The dream.
The pretty boy aesthetic. I
He's
guess.
a golden retriever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And you have a mace and a shield.
Yes.
Is there anything on the shield? Is there a symbol?
Holy symbol. Yes.
It's
I
his
guess
face.
That's on the inside, so I can look at it.
It's a mirrored shield on the inside.
You know what? That would be actually.
He could just
Anyway,
check
it
himself
is a mirrored
out.
shield on the inside.
I'll take that.
Just
That's
like
great.
one
plus
mirror
morale.
polish,
Just- Ooh, look at me today.
That may happen. Shh.
More happens.
See.
Bang, bang, bang. God.
So is this like typical Dungeons and Dragons main setting?
Okay. This is more of a generic setting.
Okay.
Because,
I just know about like the pantheon, the gods and stuff.
the
Like,
pantheons of the gods for this session, there are good and there are evil in
Okay.
the world. You guys are currently in the, due to some of the picking of certain names of characters, I set this in the Quad Kingdoms. So
Okay.
we have Silver Tree and we have the Black Marsh. So the main gods the main god of goodness that exists in the world is the eternal sun.
okay.
Of course, and then there's of course the eternal darkness. Classic good and
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
This is a very generic fantasy world, i.e., non-copyrighted, for the most part. So, but yes, as you are all enjoying Reynolds' retelling of current events, and all enjoying beverages served by his staff, what are each one of your characters drinking? As Score, whatever he was drinking, apparently did not agree with him.
Went down the wrong pipe. Yes.
Rails' concern almost calls a healer, but then sees a resolve.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah, he raises his hand and
Hey man, you all right? You need a chill pill?
It sounds like you've had. It sounds like you've had too many.
I only drink cough medicine and Sprite.
I feel like that is a detriment to your health.
Not Sprite, carbonated water and cough medicine.
Reginald and is like, can I get a new group, please? I am concerned for the rest of the board.
It keeps the lungs and the throat.
I
nice,
question
you
your
know?
names.
What are you talking about?
Of course, you have the world-renowned Score here. Are you guys trying to copy me?
What are you talking about?
Snore?
How can you be world
Stone.
renowned?
I never told you my name. You jackwagon?
he was informed.
Oh, was he?
Yes,
I guess I wasn't paying attention. That's gonna happen a lot.
I understand.
Yeah.
Reynolds says as he furrows his sort of very thin eyebrows and kind of looks. You're not a wizard, are you?
How'd you know?
It's a terrible wizard.
It's the everything about me. You know?
I was concerned. The famed wizard Atumwa has already gone ahead, and you were to meet up with him and accompany him.
All right.
And that was my first concern. I'm like, oh, good, there is a wizard among them with sage wisdom, and I realized that, fortune or not, I am desperate times, desperate measures, all that.
Of course, man. I don't even know what that means, but I'll take that as a compliment.
The elf looks relieved and somewhat apprehensive, but so what is Store drinking?
Water.
Water, just water. It's good. Very, very focused.
I'm
Very
a soldier.
Soldier,
I can't
boom.
have.
And what is the famous Score drinking? Even though whatever it was
I
spicy.
am drinking the finest of wine. Only one drop, though. The rest of it's water.
One drop did that to you.
You guys drink so much
Can
water.
I please get a new group?
I would pee during my nap
Again,
if I
desperate
drank my
times,
water.
desperate measures. I hope you do
It was
understand.
wine mixed with water. Alright, it went down the wrong pipe. Okay. I understand you have issues, but I simply do not care.
You said your name's Store.
Yes.
Yes.
Am I actually imagining him? Like, is this guy real? Is this guy real?
Yes. The Dragonborn is real. He is a very skilled and trained warrior.
I'm talking about the pompous asshole over here.
I think he believes himself to be real.
All right.
Asshole.
He is a champion of the Eternal Sun.
Oh, nice. I'm a champion of the moon, baby.
That's really cool.
What are you champion of, sir?
Tiamat.
Nice. That's cool. What is that?
My mercenary company.
Oh, cool.
I do want to say it has a little bit of flavoring. The robe has textured rose petals on it.
Oh, nice. Oh, I see. Got it. Perfect.
Oh, I see. Judgment.
All right. So Reynolds looking kind of goes over the kind of the map of the area as he kind of brings one out and kind of folds up across the table in front of the three of you. He kind of shows we're kind of a very long, delicate finger, kind of traces along a path going from this area, sort of in a centralized location. A path you guys can take towards through the mountain pass towards the monastery of the Eternal Sun, and then on to Black Marsh, and then find out what has happened and what has befallen Black Marsh before the shadow of that threat falls over the rest of the Quad Kingdoms. And again, you should meet up with the wizard, Atumwa, who will hopefully be able to assist you.
All right.
So Reynolds is very kind as to provide horses if you so choose, or you can go on foot, whichever works best for the three.
How far?
On horseback, it's going to be about a half, probably about, to the monastery about at least a day on horseback, probably a day and a half, maybe 2 days on foot.
All right. Well, I'll take the biggest one.
The biggest horse?
I'll take the biggest horse. The one with it's super wide and super long.
Okay.
And its butt feels like pillows. And I can just lay down and ride.
How about a wagon?
Reynolds stands up and he goes, I will try to accommodate you with a soft horse.
Big soft
He
horse.
looks at the Dragonborn. Reynolds now standing about 6'1". Looks at the Dragonborn, bows his head politely. A wagon can be arranged, definitely. Wow. But haste is the most important thing.
Yes. What he said.
Do you want two horses attached to the wagon, and then one horse free?
Yes.
Okay.
That was my thought, to have two horses in the wagon. We would all ride the wagon.
That
So
works.
that way, we take shifts.
Sleeping.
We all take shifts.
Sleeping.
Yeah.
You do not sleep unless you are told to do so.
I tell me to do so. I just met you, bro. What do you think you see
We're
over
on
me?
a job.
You see over me?
I
We're
see
on
over
a
both of you.
job.
I stand up.
How are you alive still?
Because I got a lot of beauty sleep, baby girl.
You choked on wine and water.
Anyways, yeah, I guess a wagon is a better idea
asked
than
you
like
the
a
same.
fat
Been
soft
down
horse.
the wrong pipe.
Well, of course we'll put supplies in it, of course.
Yeah.
Food and water and whatnot. But yes, haste is of the greatest nature.
Yeah.
So,
If there's one thing I am, it's fast. Tell you
I
what.
have heard many maidens
doubt.
in the city mention that as well.
Hey man, I sleep around.
If this is the correct snore that I've been hearing about.
All I do is sleep.
Can't
So
relate.
you know.
So Reynolds gets up from his desk, speaks with a couple of his attendants, and they procure the horse and carts for the three of you. Is there anything you need before you leave on your journey?
If you say a nap, I'm picking you up and taking you out.
So we're all drinking stuff, right?
You're all drinking stuff, yes. While the attendants get the horse and cart ready, you'll have some little bit of downtime to enjoy some. The tavern here is a bit it's open air, so it's very casual. But you can definitely see from the courtyard area, from the small stone walls, the encampment area, and the attendants kind of getting together the horses, wagons, making sure the wagons put together, getting some supplies and whatnot. So you guys are all enjoying the kind of the outdoor open air kind of tavern, very classic. Kind of a high thatch ceiling, kind of wooden stools, barrels for tables, so to speak, and you guys have mugs of drinks.
Cool.
Provided, of course, by Reynolds Hospitality.
Yes. And these are all the drinks that we've already specified we're drinking.
Unless you've decided to upgrade your beverages by
beverages.
by strange exotic things you could be drinking.
All right. Guys, how about we...
I'll upgrade mine. I'll interrupt you. I'll take 2 drops of fine wine with water instead of my usual one.
All right. This weirdo.
The barmaiden looks at you very strangely and nods and finds a bottle of wine and corks it. And then, boop, boop.
Thank you.
Can't tell if you're cheap, weak, or both.
I do not get,
I lean over
how
to
did
the
the kids say
barmaiden.
it? Sloshed
Hey,
on the job.
I'll take 2
One drop almost killed you.
of your favorite.
That's my favorite.
Of your favorite. Don't even tell me what it is. Just bring it.
Even tell you what it is.
No.
I'll second that. Bring
Yeah.
me one as well.
All right, we're gonna get 3, and so we can all try your favorite, Miss
Okay.
Barmaiden.
So the barmaiden brings out 3 wooden mugs, kind
Tankard.
of frothy on top. Puts them down. Puts 2 in front of you and 1 in front of you. So 2 in front of Snore, 1 in front of Store. And she looks at you with a very kind smile and goes, "Is your wine and water suiting you?"
Yes, thank you. Here's a copper for your time.
"Oh, a whole copper. I can feed my family this winter. Thank you so much."
Hey,
She slips it into a glass.
Score. I have 2 of these for a reason.
That's good for you.
I would
hope
love you to
enjoy
try
them.
it. I'd love you to try one of these.
I'd rather not.
All right. Well, Store, let's try this together. Let's find out what this maiden's favorite is.
You're going to drink it.
All right.
To those who march to death
Yes.
and hope to come alive.
Okay. You let him drink it first.
No. I take a sip, but he's gonna chug it apparently.
Chug it? Okay.
Down it.
Well, chugging it, first roll of the game. So, Store, since you've chugged the entire content of this mug, I'd like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Apparently, this
Con
maiden
DC
likes to party.
13.
13.
13, please.
I'm
So
a
basically,
fighter.
what you're gonna
I do have con.
for the players at home, for the people who have never played D&D at home, a Constitution saving throw. Every character has a set of saving throws that they have based on their class. Those can be improved. I believe you're a fighter, so I believe your Constitution and
Strength.
are your saving throws. So this is definitely a favored throw for Store. So go ahead and make your roll, D20, and add your Constitution saving throw. please.
D20. My Constitution is
Saving throw.
a 13. My
So-
save is a +3. So I roll the die 20 and add 3.
That's right. Boom.
I got a
job
19
explaining.
on the die, giving me a 22 total.
You're good. Okay, so Store cranks this thing back like a champion, bangs it on the counter.
Another.
The barmaid looks mildly impressed and she kind of nods her head and looks rather impressed at this behavior, and she happily gets you another mug. Sits it on the counter. She goes, "That one's on me."
Okay.
Did
Thank you.
Did you even taste that, man? Yeah? No? Okay, well, I
Sometimes
taste
life is
it.
to be enjoyed.
What's it taste like?
It tastes sort of a mixture of. It's very kind of. It tastes like dirt mixed with cinnamon.
Oh, my favorite.
Yes.
Isn't that just cinnamon?
All right.
Well, it's a very earthy tones. Have you ever had, let's see, in real life, have you ever had, let's say, it's kind of a mixture of like a Merlot mixed with like
Oh.
almost like a very mild flavor of like Jaeger?
No,
And then
never
cinnamon.
had.
I can
Jordan's
imagine
the
the two
bar
together.
guy.
Yeah.
That does not sound good.
No, it is not. It's not good. No.
All right.
I
I
really
really-
don't like Merlot as it is. So
It's kind of like if you want to, it's what your kids at home. If you want to mix a Merlot and Jaeger together,
Not for the kids.
don't
no.
no, not for the kids. Don't give it to the kids. So for the adults at home, over the age of 21,
The cool kids.
The cool kids. If you want to drink what they're going to be drinking, is a mixture of Merlot, Jaeger, and what was the other thing I said?
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Yes. So cinnamon schnapps, Jaeger, and Merlot. It's the most nastiest thing you'll ever drink. Outside of like, there's a drink from Chicago. It's Malort. I've heard Malort is like the devil.
Okay.
I have had Merlot personally.
You have had Malort.
Yes, it is vile.
Is it the devil?
It is. It's worse.
Oh, wow.
Well,
Okay.
James and I, would you like to partake in what I'm doing? I'm going to roll a D10, and I'm rating it out of 10 for the drink review segment.
All right.
If you ever drink this in real life, please let us know to see if you actually like it.
I'll try it eventually. I'll have to get some cinnamon schnapps.
Does the pompous guy
It's cinnamon schnapps,
want to try?
Merlot, and
I've
Jaeger.
got a bottle of Jaeger in my freezer right now.
All right. Snore takes a sip.
Okay, you're fine. You don't have to make a save unless you drink the entire thing.
I give this a 4 out of 10. It's not my cup of tea. I see others finishing
Would
it.
you want tea then? The barmaiden says.
Do you have more cough syrup?
I
I brought my own.
Certainly check with the healer if she has any type of cough remedy.
If you have anything carbonated, I can do what I need to do. You know what I'm saying?
carbonated,
Yeah.
you mean like spicy water?
Yeah, like bubbles, then it floats to the top.
I can certainly
goes-
check with the apothecary to see if
I
they
believe
have
that's
something
called
of that
boiling.
nature.
Thank you.
It's boiling but cold.
It's boiling but cold. Thank you.
I believe that
actually
is called
familiar.
frozen.
If there's anything else the three of you need, I'll go check with the apothecary then.
I think
maybe. What's that?
This of the higher notoriety called seltzer.
I don't know what he just said.
It's something the apothecary makes for those of well-to-do status.
Ah.
Again, she looks at Score, though apprehensively, and then she excuses herself as to go find your the water from the apothecary.
Yeah.
Apparently, I love this stuff. 'cause
It's
I
good
rolled
stuff.
For my
That's a
my
perfect
drink
10.
review. Got a 10.
We're
So
Dragonborn.
this is amazing.
In the Quad Kingdoms, this stuff is, full on East Side. This is good stuff.
This reminds me of what my father used to make in the kitchen. Closet.
Interesting. Yeah,
Probably
not-
like run off from like the blacksmith. It's
not my
like
thing.
you're just
Made with quenching water.
Yeah, so, hey, why is this just like sludge? Here, have some. It's good stuff. Just scoop it from the bottom.
Reminds
That's
me
where
of
the
the
silt is.
Oh gosh. That's where all the extra ingredients are.
It's silt. Please do not put silt in anything you drink. It's not good for you.
Ash.
No.
Although charcoal isn't bad for you, but
Yeah.
it depends if you want to poop.
In limited amounts.
Tastes like ash.
There is charcoal water that people drink because it's
Oh
supposed
yeah,
Freaking really?
I've had it. They have flavored charcoal water.
What in the world?
to. You have to flavor charcoal water because it's
It is-
charcoal. It's like tasting like stuff
an
you
apple
like,
one
just
and a
like
lemon one.
I'm gonna drop it.
Campfire.
It's like taking a campfire log and just.
So, like with most D&D sessions, we get off track.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Indeed.
indeed. Anyway, so after a fashion, the attendants get together a wagon, your horses, two in front, one tied in the back, and the three of you can.
All right.
So, who is going to be driving the wagon?
Not me. I fall over into the wagon immediately, and I'm asleep.
So Snore kind of crawls into the back. Does a whole little guy with feet and falls in.
Yes, sir.
I will drive. I have driven before.
Okay, wonderful.
You buffoon, wake up!
I do not hear him.
Okay. Snore is already sawing logs in the back.
Yep.
He has found somehow some canvas for the top of the.
Hold up. The camera made a noise. I'm gonna see what it was.
Uh-oh. You can keep going, Dean. You're going to show up on camera.
Okay, hi guys. Anyway, so everybody's a winner. Anyway, so yes, you've gone into the back of the wagon and you're out.
Yes.
And then Story will be driving the wagon, and Score, are you going to be staying in the back of the wagon or in the front with Story?
I will be in the back.
Okay, you'll be enjoying the serenade, the dulcet tones of Snore as you know.
Snoring.
Snore, would you be so kind as to give me a performance check as the wagon seems to leave and see if perhaps you're snoring, perhaps it's in tune.
I do want you to know that if it hits a certain number, I am going to do something.
You said performance check?
Performance check. As the wagon lurches forward, with the horses pulling this wagon forward,
That is a 22 on
22. For some
after
reason, his snoring, though you think just looking at his repugnant little face, you look at this face, and all of a sudden, whatever is coming out of this droopy, dwarven, sleepy face is almost like angelic, almost like you seem almost like moved by his serenade, even in his sleep. The spirit of entertainment and you can almost paint a picture of like a ship on the ocean and a single tear. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. You get
Nat 20.
You are as hard as a rock, sir.
You're driving.
Your spirit is unbroken by emotion. You will have a thing to do.
6.
You remember, this brings up memories of your past. Perhaps loves lost. Perhaps the hugs you never received from your parents. But tears well up in your eyes. These beautiful blue eyes. You beautiful blue-eyed baby. Just soft tears. Just warm, salty tears just running your cheeks. As this dwarf's sleep kind of calms your heart. You Store have a steel will, and you are driving this wagon. You are going to you are focused. You are going forward. You hear this beautiful melody, if anything can be said for snoring, coming from the back of your wagon. But you are steeled. You are approaching. You are focused. You are focused on finding your bannermen, and you are just like you're listening to like the scorpions in your head, like here I am. Just very focused.
That's great.
Anyway, so as you guys move forward into midday, you are, of course, are unconscious. You are dead to the world. So the two that are conscious, Score and Store. This is gonna be so much fun. Since you're kind of driving the wagon, and you're kind of in the back, would you give me both of you give me perception checks, please?
So am I dreaming about boats?
Actually, that's a good question. Snore, what would Snore be dreaming of?
So this is my master idea, and this goes as far as you let it.
Okay.
I went to the Bard School of Creation.
Nice.
I want my dreams, and whenever I wake up, if I tell my dreams in any sort of whimsical way, bare minimum, I would love to see just small clouds make pictures of what I am describing, because I am a bard of creation.
That's fantastic. I love that idea. That is a beautiful thing. So what are you dreaming of right now?
Well, I'm dreaming of boats too. Back in the day when I first discovered how I could sleep and have a career,
This is Boats 2. Boats the sequel?
2 boats, 2 feet.
And so, one day I was told, you'd catch a lot of fish if you had a net. And so, one day I just started up the old engine of my little fishing boat, the old motor, and it kept on going. Underneath the water was my net. And, you push that thing in a direction, take a nap for 30 minutes, you wake up, you pull that net, you can feed yourself for the whole month. or week for me. But, sleep, eat, other third thing.
Repeat.
Yeah. And, it reminds me of how I really, really set myself up for life. Just sleeping and fishing at the same time.
Sleeping and fishing.
Yeah. So,
And
yeah.
the noonday sun and the clouds in the sky almost seem to form into boats as they kind of sail across the blue sky. As the sky starts becoming more overcast and the clouds get darker and more gray, it begins to slightly rain. Just soft, light rain. That warm kind of summer rain. But then a noise is heard. Store and Score, what was your perception checks?
I got a 16 with my modifier.
Nice.
I got a 10 with mine.
Ken, you are so drawn into Snore's music in the back that seems to be the one thing that you seem to be just enjoying the not having to be on, that you can just be yourself. You can just enjoy this moment of just vulnerability. Score. No, I'm sorry. Snore. Store.
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 All three.
All three. Store. Though your watchful gaze as you drive the wagons forward, going kind of along this kind of winding path, you out of your purview on the left hand side of you see movement. You see in the distance, and quite a bit of a distance, you see appears to be a man in robes being chased by 3 others into the dark woods.
Into as in like they're in the woods and they're going further off into, or into as in he's coming out off the road?
As in
into.
you're kind of here on the road, and off kind of on the left-hand side, you see an individual in robes running into the woods, being followed by 3 others. And they are giving chase, and they are armed, and they are trying to chase this man down.
And we were looking for we were looking for a wizard. He
There's a
was
lot
supposed
of
to be
people
up
that are
here.
driving born. It's fine. There's a ton of noise. It's fine.
We weren't given a description of what the wizard Atumwa looked like, were we?
Unfortunately, no. Besides the fact that
He is
he's
a wizard named Atumwa.
and he's an enchanter.
Wizards wear robes. We were supposed to meet him at a specified point, or
It's close. Based on the map, this is kind of close to where you were supposed to meet him.
okay.
But it's been about it's been about a half day's journey, and again, Snore has been just enjoying himself, and to his credit, it has kept Score very quiet, and you've enjoyed your journey.
All right. So it hasn't been
It hasn't been a complete loss.
horrible.
No.
I'll go ahead and pull it over, and you're the only one I see. I go, hey,
Oh,
get off my wagon.
Score kind of looks at you and kind of quickly, like, just kind of brushes the tears away.
oh.
There's somebody in robes being chased by 3 people off in the woods. We're close to where we're supposed to meet Atumwa. It may have been him. Or her.
I say, we see what they are doing.
Chasing 3 of them were chasing another.
Well, obviously, I'm saying we should go see why.
Yes. Hence why we're stopped. Where's the dwarf?
He's right there. He's been sleeping this entire time and making me sad.
Dwarf.
You get to control how difficult it is to wake me up when I'm not
Make a
choosing to wake
wisdom
up.
saving throw.
All right. It's an 11.
You wake up.
Okay.
So if he's trying to physically shake you,
Hey,
you're just going like, "Come on, wake up!"
Hey,
It's just
Isaac.
like he grabs you, and there's a violent shaking. There's
Like, picked him up by the shirt. Dwarf, wake up.
What?
Isaac.
What?
You wake up.
Yeah.
That's an inside
What's
joke
up?
with our group.
hey,
How's it going?
3 individuals chasing another one in robes through the forest.
Robes.
Yes.
You
We're
know,
supposed to meet Atumwa near here. That may have been him.
that does match the description. See, I love robes, and when I hear about another man wearing robes, I can't forget that. That's a sign. Let's do it.
If you fall asleep in the forest, I'm leaving you.
I can't fall asleep in the forest.
I
I'm scared
second
of like
that notion.
frogs. Dude, frogs will get you if you sleep in the forest. Like
Most
a
frogs are smaller
like
than
a
your feet.
wet forest, you know,
That's called a swamp.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
that's a swamp.
or a rain forest, you know.
Those are more hot.
Anyways, are we heading?
Yes,
Are we
come
following
on.
them?
Get out.
Okay.
Get up.
Cool. Wait, are we leaving the
Yes,
the
the
wagon? Oh. Okay. Let's go.
Okay, so you gather up your weapons and whatnot, and your robes and whatnot, and you head off the wagon,
Put my nightcap
heading
on.
towards the woods, into the woods. As you guys head towards the woods, you look good. You have a nice little. You look like you're supposed to be like, yeah. So with your shield, since you did that, on your first roll, I will give you advantage.
Oh, thank you. That
Just
was
for-
me
just for sheer moxie,
playing into
just
the
for-
character. You know, you gotta put some
Heck
oomph
yeah.
into it.
So, as the three of you approach the darkened woods, you, in the distance, the three of you, your passive perceptions are fairly 12, 13, yeah. You, in the distance in the woods, you definitely hear the sounds of commotion, the sounds of battle, and the sounds, unfortunately, of someone dying. Do the three of you make haste, or do you gently
We better hurry.
So dwarves, I believe, can only move 25 feet per turn. You two both. Okay, gotcha. All right, give me an athletics check.
Athletics, I know I have proficiency with that through either background or soldier. I have a +5,
Nice,
which gives me a 20.
nice. So dirty 20. This dwarf's like just kind of sauntering. You're like, nope, come on.
Yeah.
He is the lazy one.
I should have befriended you a long
preparing
time
to do
ago.
Yes. Yes.
Score runs very goofy.
Are you doing the run like Ocean Master from like Aquaman 2? That we
I guess.
run where he's like
Yes.
not moving his arms.
Do that.
Move your arms.
I was gonna say more like straight angles, like
like over like someone who does not
Like
used to
action
running.
figure run?
maybe action
Okay.
figure run. That might work.
Action figure run. Action figure run. I love that. That's great. Then go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw. Otherwise, you're going to, probably just complete. Hopefully, you didn't. Nope.
14.
14. You're good. With your goofy run, you actually are able to kind of make your way behind Store as to not like destroy your limbs. Now, unfortunately, holding Snore like this and trying to run, he is smashing
Holding
through
snore
some, yeah.
and holding a halberd, I
Halberd,
assume it was going to be
Kind of doing
difficult.
this whole like awkward running. But you're clearing a nice path for your companions. Kind of doing this like awkward like run. It's almost like there's like an '80s theme song stuck in his head as he's trying to run. So as you guys are moving along, you guys come to you guys kind of come across a kind of a murky, kind of a very strong smelling, kind of rotten, like little stream, kind of ones with just dirt water. And up ahead of you, you hear the kind of splashing noises as you see three individuals are holding down a robed individual face down in the stream.
Stop!
You yell stop. The three figures, they quickly crack their heads towards you. You all audibly hear the sound of bone on bone as their faces crack towards you. You see in their what's left of their faces, bone, hollowed eyes, lights, green lights where their eyes should be, are just hollow.
Are they skeletons?
That's sick. I'm gonna have nightmares tonight, guys.
They let the robed individual lay as he kind of just sinks into the little murky creek, and the three of them kind of stand towards you. Store, give me an investigation check, please.
Investigation. I did not take that.
Something else I do want to note is that Score is very elegant when he fights. He's almost dancing.
Oh, that's so.
Very
I like
fancy.
that for
So
you.
we
man.
hear, I'm never going to dance again.
It's an intelligence check, which I only have an 8.
Okay.
I'm not proficient with it, so overall I still have a -1. So I got a 5.
Fine.
So it's just dudes holding a dude underwater.
dudes guys holding dudes. So yeah. So these these three individuals,
chilling in
one of
a
them
hut,
looks,
5
it's very
feet apart because they're
very
not big.
tall, much like yourself. Story. He pulls from his back a large halberd.
Oh,
The other two kind of undead soldiers, their bones sort of crack around their weapons as they're drawn, and the three of them look at you, and they all let out this ungodly screech as they lunge towards you.
There's no need for that.
Roll initiative. So for the uninitiated at home, we'll figure out the process of who goes when in combat. So we are now starting combat with okay. So anyone get higher than a 17?
Yeah.
Okay.
nope.
Score. What'd you get?
Natural 20.
So that's total.
It's a +3, so 23.
23. You get higher than 23.
No.
Nope. All right. And we get 20.
I got 20 exactly.
20 exactly
including bonus.
for store, and then okay. So and we get, let's see. So 18, 17,
I'm at 9.
9. Okay. So there we go. All right.
Rest in peace.
So we have
I'm
He
slow
was
to the
being
draw, man.
score. We have score, star, the undead, and then we have snore. So you're kind of in this, kind of the area you're in is sort of a, not, it's kind of muddy, not really loose earth at all, but there is a stream that kind of moves next to you about 10 feet from you, and you see between you and the face-down roped man in the water, there are 3 undead-looking creatures. One of them looks rather large with a halberd. The other 2 look like they have long swords.
Emphasis on creatures, right? Like that's technically accurate, right?
They look like they look from the base of your own understanding. Snort, go ahead and give me an Arcana check, please.
Bam! Oh no, we gotta bounce. 1 second.
Remember, if it's on the floor, it doesn't count. Well, he brought a dice tray as well.
All right. Yeah, this is my mom's old makeup box, actually.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
See, kids, remember, you don't need to buy fancy dice trays. You can
Anything
just use a pie pan or your mom's makeup thing, or or a bowl.
That
Use
is
a cereal bowl.
That is a 16.
16. Yes, you can identify with your knowledge and experience. Unfortunately, these appear to be some type of undead. Probably skeletons reanimated by some dark magic.
Okay. Wow.
They look awfully crunchy.
Score, that would bring us to you, being the top of the key. What would you like to do? You're about 30 feet from these individuals.
I have 30 feet of movement. 30 feet of movement.
Do you want to go up to one of the humanoid-looking ones, or the big guy?
I'm gonna go for the big guy.
Big guy. All right.
Because I'm for this first round of combat, kind of gauge the feel. I'm gonna do like just melee stuff. So I'm not gonna focus on much of the magical aspect yet.
Okay.
But we'll
I
see.
assume shield up.
Shield up. You got
Mace
the
up?
mace.
All right. So you move towards the larger looking, dragonic looking skeleton with the halberd. You come barreling towards him. So go ahead and describe what Score is, how Score fights.
Well,
Paint us a picture.
the best way I can describe it is like a ballet dancer.
Okay. So a lot of like curve.
Very twirly, very like fluid movements, and it's almost like each movement seems to be kind of thought out.
Okay.
But he'll probably still tend to miss a lot.
That's fair.
Oh.
That's fair.
Maybe a little too much emphasis on the movement aspect.
The showmanship.
Yeah, the showmanship.
The panache, if you will.
Yeah.
So give us a panache.
To be fair, they
Give
do
us some
say
rolls.
never hand a sword to a man that
But
can't
remember, you
dance.
get advantage.
Oh, that's right.
You get
I
advantage.
do.
You can roll twice, take the best one.
And why is
Okay.
he getting advantage?
Because
Or he had a pretty shield. I don't know.
I did a.
My group, the other group I play with, if you act an initiative before anything else has had a chance to act in the first round, you get initiative because they don't have a chance to react yet.
Ah.
I didn't know if that's what you were doing or.
No, not in this case. They don't have a this isn't a surprise round. They know you're here, and they're very happy to just gut you like fish.
Fair.
How'd you surprise them? If he hadn't yelled, "Stop!" That may have been a different situation.
Stop.
If there wasn't a huge
I had
dragonborn
to. I
carrying
was.
the dwarf.
I was really hoping I was gonna get a chance to do a Ron stomp. Anyway,
worry.
16 was my
Maybe
roll
one
to
day.
hit.
16. That would be a hit.
All right, 6.
So roll damage. So I believe it's a mace is a D6.
1d6 plus 2.
plus 2.
5, 6, 7, 7.
7. So you crack this thing. You take your mace up. You crack this thing hard, right across its jawline, smashing the head of the mace into the side of its jaw. Bone breaks bone. It's bludgeoning damage, right?
Yes, maces, bludgeon. Yep.
Okay, so it's actually double damage.
Yes, I think
So-
I actually knew that.
So
yeah.
you did 6. You did 5 points or 6 points.
7. So
7 points. So so you did 14 points of damage, cracking this thing hard. Its lower jaw actually goes loose and kind of like sits off to the side hard, as it tries to like gargle and tries to do that undead yell it was doing before, which is kind of now been at the side of its mouth, kind of broken. All right, so that would bring us to Store, followed by the undead.
I dropped the dwarf.
So, dude, come on.
Would you like to fall prone, or do you want to try to catch yourself?
I'm 4 feet tall. I'm probably not going to drop too far. I'm going to land on my feet, I think. I'd like to think.
All right, go ahead and give me an acrobatics check.
All right, wait.
If you roll above a 10, you're good.
I'm good.
Good. Bam! Yeah. All right.
All right, let's get this show on the road, boys.
All right.
I'm
So
on my
you
feet. Stuff's going to happen.
Snore and Store, you are ready. What are you going to do?
I'm going to charge.
Charge? Who are you going to charge?
The you already attacked. the
What are
big
you
one.
selling?
Yeah, the big guy. He's being flanked by
gonna-
2 others.
I'm going to go to his left side
Okay. So
and attack the smaller one.
All right. All right. And I assume you're Halberd?
Yep.
Okay. So you, Halberd, 2 hands coming, lunging on one of the other undead cohorts. Go ahead and roll the hit.
I rolled an 18. I have a +5, giving me a 23.
That is a hit.
you've had some really good rolls
I
today.
have.
Yeah.
Okay, so I believe it's a Halberd, a D10.
Yep. Halberd is a D10.
It's a D10 slashing damage,
And
right?
yep. And because I'm two-handing it, my group does a strength and a half on two-handed weapons. I didn't know if that was the case.
No, not for fighting.
Sorry, I'm asking questions, but my
No,
group
no,
plays
ask
No
differently.
bad
I believe
questions.
asking questions educates, enriches, and it helps you to enjoy it.
Yes.
The more, the only yeah.
More to show that different groups play different ways. If your group
Exactly.
want to ignore a rule or add a rule, that's your guys'
Entirely up to you.
The
I-
DMG is a guideline, not
Yeah.
not an actual fast rules.
Remember, the point's to have fun.
Yes.
I rolled a 4.
Roll the 4.
I have a +3 damage on my, or +3 from stat. So that's a total of 7.
7 points. All right, so you come over, smash your halberd, and catching the kind of undead soldier right in the ribs, smashing into his armor. You can tell, even though with a lot of experience with armor and weapons, even though the body seems to be very decayed, the armor seems to be very well put together and still holding, even against your heavy blow. Are you doing anything else? Sure.
I only have the one attack.
You do have action surge.
I do have action surge, which allows me to give. Is that another full action? Correct. Or is it just an attack action?
You pick your action. So
Okay.
With action surge, you can pick either an attack, a move, or a bonus action.
Okay.
You still have you've used your movement.
Yep.
so
I
you
used my
use your
move.
attack,
I used
you
my
have a bonus
attack.
action.
Still have a bonus.
Fighters are dope.
Fighters are
They,
actually
they,
one of my
they
favorite.
get up there. I don't play them much because my group usually has other people doing that. I'm not going to do anything.
Okay. All right.
If I had Polearm Master, I would do something, but we
That's
don't have
fun.
feats yet.
That'll be next level. All right. So after you catch this undead kind of in the side, you definitely hear the sound of ribs cracking a bit. It kind of rears back, swings its sword at you to try to catch you, and it's going to fail horribly. He swings. You just catch him. You push him up in the air, just getting him off balance as he swings wide, and the sword doesn't even connect with you. And he apparently is trying to swing up and over and just kind of goes to the top of your shoulder. Score. The big guy that's in front of you with the halberd, with the down dislocated jaw, looking very upset. He kind of snarls and kind of does this whole like on the side of his face. He swings his halberd. Oh no, that would be a crit.
Oh.
So a crit is a roll of a natural 20 on a 20-sided die. In this case, the symbol of the nat 20 is symbolized by a squid on my dice. So
Cute.
it is. These dice were actually made by a local vendor called Little Leviathan Dice.
Nice.
A Little Leviathan. He makes all kinds of like really fun things.
I think I've heard
Nice.
that, actually.
That's right there.
That does
Probably
remind
a
me.
high chance I've seen him on TikTok if he's on
You
TikTok.
probably have. They are amazing, and they're a fellow critter as well. They like Critical Role. I like Critical Role. It all works out.
That does remind me. This week's studio space has been brought to you by New Age Shop here in Urbandale. They have a lot of really cool trinkets of things if you are into the fantasy, mystical stuff. And so, yeah, stop by, buy some stuff if you like. But yes, we are so thankful to use their studio space today.
And
Back in.
plus, I don't know when this episode's going to coming out, but August 2nd and 3rd, we'll have you under the Sea Art Show here.
Nice.
Yeah, so if you get a chance, come out. It's a free event. It's
It
awesome.
will be good enough notice by the time this episode comes out. So.
You're welcome. We love you, Alicia. All right, so with a crit, which means the undead Dragonborn will roll 2d10 for damage. So that was a 9. That was an 8. That's
So you're more on the style of doubling the dice, not the number.
yes.
All right.
We usually run double number.
I like double dice because it definitely adds for me at least, adds an element of randomness to the fight.
I like that.
Now, there have been times I've experienced it where I rolled a crit. Yeah, I'm rolling double dice. I get minimum damage.
Yeah.
It's just kind of in the situation. So unfortunately, with this after you've just cracked this thing across the jaw, it tries to yell at you, but it's kind of chunky as but it swings its halberd in such a way it catches you right in your midsection, actually pulls you off the ground, probably a good 2 feet in the air, as you land hard with 21 points of damage.
Bad.
Are you good, bro?
I am not
Makes
the
me
best.
glad I saved my action surge.
You said 21 points?
21 points of slashing damage.
Jesus, I do not feel great right now.
As you feel the warm your warm vitality roll coming from your midsection, there's a situation.
Yes.
The other undead is going to try to flank up on the other dragonborn and try to assist his friend, who is apparently not doing well. And you kind of feel, well, you can definitely hear the clank of plate armor
Goes
as
the
this thing
trolley.
kind of runs up behind you and tries to stab you from behind. And misses as he goes forward with his sword, hitting your armor but not able to penetrate. As you feel kind of a thud in your back. So that'll take us up to Snore. And with Score
All right.
on deck, which means your turn will be next.
Yeah.
You told me to wake up. I'm about to wake up this entire forest, baby girl. I cast. Well, how close am I to these people?
You are 30 feet from the from the bad guys as well as your allies.
We are going to be now 5 feet away from the bad guys. Do.
I'm never going to dance again.
Hey, you sing any better, we're gonna get a copyright strike, sir.
That's why I'm checking. I'm keeping it low.
I cast Thunderclap.
And what does Thunderclap do?
I create a burst of thunderous sound heard 100 feet away. Each creature other than you within 5 feet must make a con save. On a failed save, the creature takes 1d6 thunder damage.
So everyone has to make a con save.
Yes, everybody within 5 feet of me.
So
I guess I'm near everybody, huh?
you are.
All right. Well,
Everybody.
I have not established you guys as friends yet. I'm sorry.
Everybody make a Constitution saving throw, except for Snore.
So
Yes, you got to beat 13.
13.
Atumwa, right? He's a wizard.
Yeah.
Or
Yes, a Tumwa.
does he have like a title or anything? Like just
He is a Tumwa of the City of Bridges.
okay.
Yes.
I do love Atumwa very much. My fiance is from Atumwa. I
That's
like to
where
go there and
Simon
eat
just moved.
at the canteen. It's delicious. Canteen with cheese is my jam.
I'd love to try that. Put it on the list.
If you like loose meat sandwiches and you like Atumwa, it's a good place to eat. And they have delicious milkshakes and pie.
The canteen.
The closest thing I can get here is Made Right over at Marley Mall, and that's delicious. So
I love Made Right. My grandparents took me there when I was a kid, like
Right.
all the time.
my friend Brian owns someone at Merle. So if you ever get
Really?
a chance, yeah, that one, and then the Vietnam cuisine there on Fridays.
Oh,
On
yeah,
Fridays, they have usually they have a buffet like once a month or I think every Friday. I'm not sure, but they have the best bourbon chicken. This is not sponsored by any other places. I just like going out and
The Merle Mall is a great place.
yeah. We just had a show there actually last
Yes,
Saturday.
we did.
Had a great time. Mm-hmm. So
So I got a 17 on the
it's a
die,
quitter. Okay.
and +3 for my save, so I got a 20 total.
He made it.
You're a champion. Okay. What'd you get?
Oh, I forgot to roll.
Yeah.
I thought you said he didn't have to roll.
Everybody
Has to roll. I cast
I got a
Thunderclap.
natural 20.
You're good.
You're good?
Yep. The bad guys did not so much, so they will take the damage.
All right. Do you want me to roll for each of them, or do you want
just
me
roll
to...
once, and then
All right.
they'll just take the damage.
I was updating my notepad for the notes.
Okay.
I forgot to roll.
There's plus nothing on
Take
that.
some
I'm
thunder
sure.
damage. So-
two damage each.
They were still thunderstruck.
Yes, they were.
Let's see.
Rattle, rattle.
Boom, boom, boom.
That worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
You come forward and you pull out your kazoo, or you just clap.
I wish I bought a kazoo. I was gonna go to the Dollar Tree and buy a kazoo.
No, like an actual kazoo, like an actual. Okay. That's fine. So, do you clap your hands, or do you do the kazoo it? Or
Yes, I do both. I'm like,
Everybody clap their hands. So a sudden a huge thunderclap that's heard 100 feet away. You're all taken aback the fact that now a noise is coming out of Snore, which is not snoring
Or drinking.
or drinking.
Or belching.
As he approaches, the undead sort of notice the small dwarf and now the loud concussive noise. So that would be Snore. So it's followed up with Score.
Okay.
And, Sword on deck.
I would like to inspire.
Oh, inspire! It's a bonus action.
Yes, I would like to inspire you. I would like to inspire Score because he might need it.
Okay. So what does that mean?
Inspiration is something that bards can give to their party mates or pretty much any intelligent creature. It gives them
Is it a D6?
a bonus 1d6 on any ability check, attack roll, or save.
Great,
Once
awesome.
per day.
Nice. So, and then how many of those do you have? I believe you have your.
Oh yeah, it's a
Charisma
charisma
modifier?
mod per day, and I can do that. I don't know.
Okay.
I can't figure that out yet.
What are you using for your?
It would be his charisma modifier.
Like, what app?
Oh, I'm using the 5th edition character sheet
So-
generic app. Yes, that.
So there's a thing that says score modifier save, charisma modifier.
Plus 3. So
3 times a day.
3 per day.
Yes. Or yep. So you now have a D6
Okay.
score that you can use on any ability check, saving throw, or attack roll.
Yes.
Well,
So it is now your turn as you are now in front of the large, undead reptilian creature.
so the undead thing, he hit me with what kind of weapon?
A halberd.
Halberd.
I love
How
it.
did-
Familiar with. Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
You're a smart man.
No, I'm not. Hang on. Nope, no, that's 8.
Nope. Yeah, he hit you with it.
Smart man.
That hurt.
Single digit.
So much pain. There's so much pain. Your eyes are sort of again filled with tears, but these are not tears of joy or sadness. These are tears of pain as your vision is sort of getting dark.
How did he attack me? Was it like across my belly?
He
Your
kind of did
washboard
a
ads.
sidestep, pulled out the halberd, and kind of took it right across the midsection. Kind of
Okay.
so. Probably from a good probably to your hip up your chest.
You almost ruined my cloak. Yes, his accent changed a little bit because he's upset.
That happens.
And so
My accent does change when I'm upset.
He
as well.
can't put the
No.
put the act on anymore. He hurts.
That happens. Happens to the best of us.
So he's just gonna roll to attack, and he's not gonna do very good. But I'm gonna add that advantage. Okay, so that's a 4 plus 4 plus 5, so 13.
That's a hit.
Yes.
Roll damage with that mace. Shows that beautiful mace footage.
That would be 7 damage again.
7 damage, but it's double.
Bludgeoning, yes, doubled. So
All right, so you reel back with your mace, and with divine judgment, you slam your mace down with such force that the creature in front of you just turns to dust.
Charcoal.
Just your mace drives down through its skull, through the chest, and it just turns to powder.
become fossil.
The other two are still maintaining their flanking position around Store, and you're next.
All right. Well, I don't need to use my action surge anymore because I was going to double attack the big guy, but I'll just attack the same smaller one I did before.
The halberd and armor do hit the ground. So
Ooh, someone can snatch that.
Rolled an 11. I think I had a +5. I'm double
I
checking
believe
that,
it does hit. If you
which would be a 16, which would hit
Are you
me.
hitting the one that's in front of you, or the one that you're trying
The
to?
one I hit the first time.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right, roll that d10.
Skills. 3. I have a 3, so total of 6 damage.
6 damage.
And that is slashing, so it's not doubled.
Yep, not double.
Because
So,
skeletal undead take double bludgeon damage.
at least these do. They're more vulnerable to bashing or to bludgeoning damage. At least they appear to be. All right. Anything else from you, Store?
Nope. I'm not going to move. No.
Okay.
Just attack the one.
Okay. So the two undead that seem to be concerned with you, Store. One of them just swings down hard with his sword. Now actually be able to catch you in your shoulder with its longsword blade. The other one behind you reels back, taking both of its hands. You hear the knuckles crack as it grips its the handle of its longsword and just drives it forward. And you feel the blade pierce your back and it just pushes into you. Between the one with two hands will be rolling a d10. So luckily it's only 6 damage from the one from the back. The one from the front though, with its 6 from the back and then another 4 from the front. So 10 total.
10 total?
Yep.
That was half
As,
my health.
as you now have a long sword pierce through kind of your lower back, and one of them has now caught you in the side of the shoulder.
All right.
Snore, you're up, followed by Score.
Yes. Well,
a thunderous display. You still hear, and you hear as the thunder went off, because this is all happening at the exact same time.
yes.
It causes birds to scatter and leave the trees, and you see kind of larger ravens. Some of them have kind of held their composure and kind of looking on the fight, almost like trying to see what they can eat afterwards. But it's your turn.
Now that was nice. You know what comes with a storm and a thunderclap? Beautiful clouds of daggers. I cast Cloud of Daggers. Who's the worst looking guy that we got on the board?
Worst looking guy would be Score.
Okay. Worst looking bad guy.
Oh, okay. They both look pretty bad. But the one of them that appears to be in the front of Store appears to be the worst.
All right. We're going to go for not him. I believe that you could take care of him. We're going to go for the second worst looking guy.
So the one that just skewered him in the back.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. What a jerk.
Right. So you cast Cloud of Daggers.
I cast Cloud of
So
Daggers.
tell us what Cloud of Daggers does.
So, Cloud of Daggers. You fill the air with spinning daggers in a cube 5 feet on each side, centered on a point you choose with range. A creature takes 4d4 slashing damage when it enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there.
Oh, good.
So
this'll be-
so it can stick around for a whole minute. I think I'll keep it.
Nice. So it'll do damage on its turn. So is it a save at all?
It doesn't look like a save. I don't even know if I rolled a hit. I guess I just, yeah, it's a concentration conjuration.
Okay.
So I just conjure it up and it shows up,
And it just
and I'll start it right on that guy.
all right.
So
So the
4d4
Yeah.
slashing,
Yep,
which I assume slashing isn't the best because they're skeletons.
Yeah. But that will start on their turn.
Okay.
But you cast your spell using your little kazoo and your
Yeah.
little hand gestures. Because I believe it is verbal, somatic, and with your kazoo, or I can't kazoo noises. Yeah. The air is filled. Daggers start materializing out of the air.
I'll do a little jaws.
Right? Yeah, you're right. There is no save. It's just as long as they're in the area, take the
Yep.
damage.
Yep.
Cool. All right. So Snore's doing that. Are you doing anything else? You still have your bonus action.
I do still have my bonus action, but I don't know if I want to use another inspiration. And so I think, I'm just going to pop a crisscross applesauce, focus on this spell. Since I'm really short, maybe it's a struggle to hit me, or it's easier to hit me. I don't care. But I'm just going to try to relax as much as I can while casting this spell, because that's what I do.
Okay. You see that some of the larger ravens have now kind of plopped down off the trees and are kind of getting closer.
Okay.
One of them is on top of the floating body that's in kind of the cistern here, or the kind of the creek here, with face down. One of the ravens is now on its kind of like cloaked back, and kind of pecking at the body there. Score, you are up, followed by Store.
Sorry, hang on.
That's right. The undead monstrosity that you've just turned to powder in front of you has dropped a rather large-looking halberd, and then part of his armor has hit the ground as well.
I will leave it for now. I'm going to focus on just whatever enemy is closest to me next.
Well, to your left is your dragonborn adventuring associate, who's currently being pincushioned between two undead. He currently has one that has now skewered a longsword into his lower back, and one of them is now smashing it into his shoulder with the longsword as well. And he currently is in that situation.
I'm going to go with the. I'm going to go
And
for.
as you see, materializing around out of the ether into reality are are daggers that's going to be floating into the air as they come into materialization. That is a new word.
How far am I away from him?
5 feet.
Okay. So I'm going to go towards the skewer.
So the one with the two-handed that has the daggers around him. Okay.
Yes, I'm going to go for him.
Okay.
And I'm just going to give him a basic, just attack.
Give him a hi-ya. Kick him, sir.
Oh, that's a 19.
It's a 19. I believe that's going to be a hit.
I believe so, too.
That's a D10. So you come up, shield in hand, mace, hard swing for a total of
4.
4. That's 8 damage. So
Yeah.
you catch the one. He hasn't been damaged a whole lot, so you catch him right in his chest, which definitely draws his attention to you. He kind of looks at you with those kind of, again, blanketed black void with those green lights, kind of just, and the head kind of snaps in your direction, and it just.
Now, would you say that this thing is fully captivated by this attack that he is doing? His sword is skewered inside of this man.
It is.
I'm gonna take the chance. I don't know what his ruling is, but I am going to move back 5 feet.
Okay. So he will get an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Now he's going to pull the sword out of you. I will give him disadvantage on the attack since it's technically his sword is sheathed in you. It is so deep.
That's what I was curious about. I didn't know how you're go about that.
Well, I like cinematic. I like a cinematic feel. I like to think about what's going on in the situation. So the sword is yanked from Stor's body and swung towards you in such a way, splattering you with mostly Stor's blood, but no blade.
No blade.
No blade. Well, the blade swings. It's just the blood sprays off the blade and hits you, but no metal crosses your armor.
I squeeze so hard it's still stuck.
It's like,
This might stain.
and then so that would be a story. You're up, followed by the undead.
All right.
You now feel relief and also warm blood gushing down your lower back as you feel the sword being removed from your kidney.
Ow. Gonna go ahead and attack
Okay.
the one in front of me again.
All right.
And I do have. Oh, I think I missed. I only got a 10 that time.
That would be a miss, unfortunately.
Damn.
You swing hard.
But
the
Ow.
but you kind of feel the tightness. You're like, oh nope, that was a get, and you're just like, right, my giddy up. As you swing hard, the undead sort of, even though they're undead, they seem to still have memories of how they used to fight when they were alive. And you see it kind of moves its blade and kind of positions itself in kind of a forward stance as it kind of looks at you and just kind of like
All right.
with its
I'm
undead.
gonna go off on a limb here. Does the fighting style look familiar?
Give me an investigation check.
Not inventory. Skills. There it is. Remember, right? Investigation's intelligence, so I do still have the -1 total. I got a 6 that time, so 5.
You're getting better.
No.
It looks familiar, but most
I fought so many people. I don't know.
fascinating people. So the undead kind of roll that damage, by the way.
All right. Well,
And the daggers materialize into reality and begin on the one that's behind.
4d4.
4d4.
Can I borrow some d4s?
Hang on, I gotta find him.
I got a bunch in here.
Oh, wow. These are a lot lighter than I thought.
The 20. Sizable.
Here's my D4s. Hang on.
D4,
No.
3d4,
There you go.
and a 4th d4. Thank you, guys.
Is that all D4s?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that is only d4s.
bag.
That's crazy. Okay. All right.
I have.
Now, what I like to do is
bag.
just,
Cromwell bag.
and then
see
it's
that.
a little present to see what. Ooh. 4, 4, 2, and 1. So 11.
11 points.
11 damage.
The daggers spin behind you as you hear kind of like, almost like a, and these daggers sort of just start cutting into this undead that has swung its sword towards Score and slice, chunk, but still stands.
Ah, okay.
The one that's in front of you, Store, kind of leans down and kind of lunges forward with his sword, plunging it into your stomach, doing a 7 points of piercing damage as it slides between sides and
How are you looking right now?
Not good.
Oh, man. All right, never mind. I'm just planning.
Okay, that's good. You're on deck. All right. So the one that took the barrage of blades takes its stance towards you. Now it is breaking combat with you. Store, so you can take an attack of opportunity and use your reaction to swing on the one that's leading. Would you like to do that?
Yes.
Roll a hit.
I got 1.
That would be a crit fail.
Yeah.
All right. So you feel the guy leading, and you kind of twist your body to try to catch him with the halberd as he leaves. Yeah, that you feel that muscle, and you feel kind of that pulsive, like hot pain, just kind of searing through your back, especially matching like the twist. You're like, oh,
I
nope.
do still have a sword in
Yeah.
my stomach. To
Yeah.
be fair. That makes sense.
As you kind of move and you feel
It cuts further.
You feel the sword kind of like kind of just lurching your guts. The one up front goes. The undead lunging towards you, Score swings in with his blade. Luckily, the blade only seems to just nick the side of your face for 3 points of damage.
Okay, I'll take that.
And it kind of leans forward. You can almost, unfortunately, now you're so close to these things, you can smell the stink, the pungentness, and the kind of the mildew stink. Give me a con save.
Just him?
Yeah, because you have weak constitution.
Okay.
Nat 20.
That's why you're good.
Nice.
He has the 2 drops of wine, so I'm like, oh, okay.
I don't think I've ever had this many in one game before.
He's not used to smelling undead.
I honestly, no, I'm not. Like, it's very pompous, so normally he'd smell very clean things. So this is a little bit out of the ordinary for
You're
him.
used to temple work. So anyway, the undead, so that'd be Snore, and that would bring us up, and Score, you'd be on deck. There are 2 left. One that has now left your death daggers that are still materializing in the air, though. You see Store still engaging with one of the undead, and one of them has lunged itself towards Score to finish off. You can see that, you can definitely see, I believe, Score is heavily wounded, and it appears that the undead is going to finish him off.
Can I give inspiration and hold concentration?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Concentration, giving inspiration and concentration are 2 separate things.
Okay. Who thinks they need concentration or no inspiration more? Who think they needs help?
I would defer it to
Score?
the non-martial.
Okay. I'm going to give Score another D6 of inspiration. And now, Jordan, out of character. Can your character Irish whip one of these guys into my daggers?
What is that?
So in wrestling, an Irish whip is just taking the guy and swinging him behind you so they go running that way. How strong do you think you are in doing that?
Well, that would be just me doing his action.
Okay. Would you It's totally up to you.
If you wanted to, since he goes next, you could ready an action.
Okay.
And if you're yelling to score, hey, let's do a thing, and you want to hold your action,
Yes.
then on Score's turn, he could do whatever it is he needs to do to be able to assist you in doing the action.
Okay.
So so if you're agreeing to this, to use your action so what is it you two are doing?
So I would just like his assistance because I'm sure I don't know how free I can be in my concentration spell. What can drop concentration?
Damage.
Okay.
Damage or casting another concentration.
So you're saying that with my mountain dwarf strength, which is not a lot, I can just do that on my own and Irish whip them into my sword of daggers or my cloud of daggers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can totally. If you want to go up and you can shove him into your daggers.
All right.
You can Irish whip
We're doing that.
you can whip and nay at the same time if you so choose.
Yep. Whip, push, whatever, wherever my person is in
So
relation to
you're
them.
going to shove the guy back into the daggers. You're
Yes.
Like, nope, not today, buddy.
Nope.
All right, so go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Okay.
And then the undead will resist with either a dex or strength.
Okay.
Since its dex is not so good, I will do a strength check. So you'll do an athletics check versus his strength check. He got a big total of 6.
I got a 9.
You beat him. So
6'9".
So right. It's my favorite number. Anyway, so you get up from the crisscross applesauce. You come launching towards. You kind of pass Score, and you kind of just bash the thing right in its pelvis, and knock it back into the daggers.
Nice.
So it's prepared for another onslaught of daggers when it becomes its turn again. So that would be. So you've done bonus action, you've done movement, and you've done your attack. So
I am donezo.
done. Score. You are up. The undead that was trailing on you has now been pushed back into this cloud of daggers by Score, who is now next to you, within 5 feet of you.
Okay.
He has now saved you by pushing the undead away from you. Score. What would you like to do? Followed by Stoller.
Okay, so there's only one enemy left, right? No.
There are still 2 enemies
There's still
left.
2. Okay.
There's still the one that's attacking.
sure
The one that was attacking you has now been pushed back 10 feet.
Yeah.
Back into the cloud of daggers.
Yes.
The
And he'll take damage for that on his turn?
Yep.
Okay.
And then the one that still currently has skewered Store with its longsword.
We're going to go for the skewer guy again.
Yeah.
Okay. So you kind of move around towards the edge of the stream. Careful not to get your nice cloak or boots in the stream, especially next to the dead body. You kind of run by the birds, kind of like scattered.
How problematic. You don't want to get
It's fine.
dirty.
And you take a swing at the undead. And so go ahead and roll.
That's pretty good. That's 19.
Then it's a hit. So roll that d6. And that strength bonus.
That's not a good roll. That's B3.
3. That's a 6 total, though.
Yeah.
As you smash the thing from behind, you catch it right in the back of its head as it drives its sword into you and kind of snarls at you, and all of a sudden its head just explodes as a mace goes right through it.
Ooh.
You were splattered with shards of bone and skull and maybe some goo. You're not sure. It could be your goo. It could be someone else's goo. You're
All
not
right.
sure.
Miscellaneous goo.
But the sword relief leaves your gut and collapses to the soft earth below as the rest of the body sort of collapses under its own weight. Did you want to cast as a bonus action?
No.
You just touch his head.
Yeah.
Okay, as the mace goes through, he extends his hand and just touches your head. Of course, you are 6 foot. He's 7 foot. You're like,
I am so short compared to you guys.
So yeah, Story. That would be you, followed by the undead, followed by the one undead left.
Turn around. Let's attack him.
You turn around, okay, right there.
Brian eyes.
Yep.
That is a 7 on the die. I have a +5, so that is a 12 total.
That hits.
I think oh.
Hits. So you swing back with your halberd and
Yep. And 6 on the die +3, so 9 total damage.
and how do you want to kill it?
Cleave in half, I guess. Right under where a breath.
Right. Yes.
Short way.
As it gets pushed back, step. It didn't have time to turn around, and you just go shunk, and your halberd hits, cleaves metal, metal chain, and then bone, and then cleave, and the two sections just hit the ground with a soft thud.
All right.
The thunderous boom, and you hear the echo distance stops, and the forest is very quiet.
Sleepy. Go get the man out of the water.
The sky above is getting overcast, and you feel the moments of the rain seem to kind of pass over you as it sort of like almost relieves the tension of this moment as the rain sort of slowly falls.
You know, I'm too tired to care, but I did notice you stole my kill. Just letting you know. It's whatever. I guess you're cool. I'm gonna go dig up a dead body, or a buried body at least.
Okay, so you pull the unconscious body out of the stream. Okay. You pull it. Unfortunately, yes, you pull the very soaked, robed individual out of the water. You hear a voice from the trees above you as you approach the body. Would you be careful with that, please?
I'm trying, man. As slow as I move, I can only be careful.
Yeah,
Whoever that is.
Please don't. Handle it gently, please. Handle it gently. You hear a voice above you in the tree.
All right. So where are you?
The trees.
Mysterious person.
A bird flies down, lands on the ground.
I am the Lord.
Oh, you're much taller than what I thought you would be. As the raven is on the ground, kind of flapping its wings. Oh, this is weird. This is very strange. All right. Which one of you? Oh, hello. The raven looks at you. Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Am I still sleeping?
Are you?
Am I dying?
No, we see this too.
Have you been? He kind of flaps his wings. Kind of like just. It's like, oh, this is very interesting. Oh, this is kind of top heavy. Hello. Please be careful with my body. It's the only one I have, and I'd like to be back into it as soon as possible.
You know, I guessed it. Yeah.
Okay.
How you doing,
It's not
Mr.
the only one you have.
Atumwa, right?
Oh, you know of me. Excellent.
Yeah, you're kind of famous, man. I got signed to ball cards of yours, you know.
Dude.
I do. Unless I dreamt that too. I don't know. I have a really mixed perception of what is real and what is not real.
Well, as the wise sage once said, is this real life or is this just fantasy?
Yeah.
Yes.
I believe he was caught on a landslide. I've heard that.
Is there but was there an escape from reality? That's the most important thing. As the raven says, he kind of flaps his wings. He says, this is very strange. I'm trying to get used to this body. So, which one of you is a cleric?
That'd be me.
Oh,
Cleric.
God's be
Fix this
praised.
shit.
So, quickly, lad, go ahead and put me in my body. Cast Revivify, put me back in my body.
Can I do that?
The raven, even though the beak moves and you hear a voice come out of it, again, it's a bird's beak, and you hear a human voice. Quickly, I would like to bring me back in my body. This is very inconvenient, but hey, beggars can't be choosers, and with my vast magical abilities, I have allowed my soul to move into the body of a small avian creature until such time as you were able to restore me to my body. I believe the three of you, again, I was told you were sent by Reynolds to assist me.
Yeah, that was his name. Yeah.
Excellent. You didn't have the ale at the tavern, did you?
I had a little bit. This guy, yeah.
That would explain the smell.
I did not.
Yeah, this guy, he likes...
Oh dear.
What? What's
Well,
up?
Maybe later. We don't really have time to go back to town, do we? Flap.
We're on your time now, brother.
No, we are on the time of the realm, and we need to make with haste.
Okay. Yeah.
So for the time being, just take care of that body. I'd like to be back into it, hopefully to enjoy supper and an ale, and perhaps two of the sort.
You're not really into the worms that you eat as a bird?
I hope at this point we don't get to the point where I have to eat them. The belly seems to be fairly full on this creature. I can't really look at it, but I feel full. I think he may have already eaten. Introductions. I am a Tamwa of the city of Bridges. I am a wizard. There's my body.
Yes.
You can see Atumwa has a nice green cloak, kind of a wizard's hat. He has a bag with him. I did have a staff, but they broke it. I was waiting for you. I was taking a bit of Constitution, and they surprised me. I don't know where my staff went, but I was caught my pants down, so to speak.
Yeah.
So that can happen. Flap. Okay. So he flaps over and kind of lands on your shoulder. May I? Is this...
Yes.
Vantage point. You're very tall. Thank you. Much better.
Wow.
All right. So, if introductions, you are
My name is Snore.
Snore.
Yeah. Given to me by my mom. She knew my destiny, I am a bard, mountain dwarf, and I love to relax,
Relaxation is very important.
Yeah.
Relaxation, libation, good company, a nice book, perhaps a creative mind. I see in you.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Again, Birdbeak, not a whole lot of that. Just what? Watermelon. Yeah. So anyway, he's like, yes, and you tall fellow.
Store.
Yes. Oh, yes. You're one of the T-Mats.
Yes.
Yes. I've heard good things. Reynolds spoke very highly of you.
Really?
Get it? Because he's tall.
Well, he said you were a capable warrior. Unfortunately, it appears to be some of your bannermen have also been overtaken by this evil. He gestured with his beak.
To the dust.
Yes. Unfortunately, some of your bannermen, have been corrupted by the stain that has passed through this place.
Everyone falls eventually.
Yes. And you, cleric.
I'm Skull.
Score. Well, a pleasure, and to meet your acquaintance. Please. Well, I don't have much. But unfortunately, my camp, again, I was running from them after I was surprised. So I do apologize, but I do have some things on my person that you are handling. Please be very careful again. Mm-hmm. I like to get back to the body in one piece. Mm-hmm. But I do have in that bag. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, at this point, I can't really use it, but there are a few potions in my bag that should be able to, if any of you are injured, should be able to help restore your vitality. Yeah. In there as well, on my belt, there is a short sword.
Nice.
If anyone would like to use that, it is something I've grown quite dear to. It's a wonderful treasure of mine. And it has, unfortunately, allowed me to be warned of danger. Unfortunately, again, I was taking my Constitution, and it was very hard to be warned when I was doing my business, so to speak. Mm-hmm. I felt it, but I also was feeling the call of nature.
Yeah.
Too many berries.
Yeah.
I've been
I
waiting
do
for a
like
while.
a good berry here and there myself.
Yeah.
Yes, unfortunately, I was eating, I believe, berries that weren't the best for my my system. But you know what? We live and let learn. I'm now a bird.
Yeah, you got a whole new system.
I get a whole new system. I hope I don't have to pass anything before I can get back to my body and enjoy passing things in my body versus my bird.
Yeah.
So those things. So we should probably be on our way. Would you, friend dwarf, would you be kind enough to make sure my body is not harmed? Do you happen to have a wagon or a bag of holding, perhaps?
Really good at keeping the body protected and at peace. I got you.
Excellent.
We got a wagon down whatever way we came.
Do have a wagon. Excellent. If we can carry my body to the wagon and make sure it stays safely in the wagon until it's time to come back to the city, where hopefully Reynolds will be able to restore my soul and my body.
How tall is your person?
What? Oh, once you. Well, it's about 6 foot.
6 foot. All right. I'll carry you, but your feet are going to be dragging.
Back on your shoulder.
Taller guy.
Would you be kind enough? Store, is it?
Yeah.
Store. Yes. Would you be kind enough to carry my body for me, if you'd be so kind?
I'm gonna need a couple of those potions first.
That is right. He's a little bit messed up.
Oh, yes. You're. Yes, please.
I am
Please.
actively bleeding out.
Please. They're in my bag.
Please help.
Feel him up. Just go. Just do it.
If,
tell him what don't look.
If you look in the his satchel, there are two potions in his satchel. One of them is a normal healing potion, which is 2d4 plus 2, and there's one that's 4d4 plus 4. Who needs what?
We're both injured.
You also have the option of taking an hour and take a short rest, where you can spend your hit dice.
I think that might be the better option to save the potions for an emergency, middle of combat type thing. If we can get his body and the arms and armor, the skeletons dropped, back to the wagon, I think we should take a short rest there.
Yep. That sounds like a great idea.
So you can pick up the arms and armor and the body of the Wizard of Telmont and take him back to the wagon.
Short rest, long
After getting
rest.
back to the wagon, you can have some time to rest and rejuvenate, rub some dirt on it, so to speak. In this moment, if you are injured, you can roll some hit dice. I believe a bard has, we're at 3rd level, so a bard, I believe, has 3d8. A cleric has 3d8, and a fighter has 3d10, correct?
Don't mind me. I'm going to switch chairs because
Yes,
my
sir.
butt's itchy.
I am going to use 2.
We have a comfier chair over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. And remember, each dice you roll, you'll add your Constitution modifier to each dice.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll still use 2 of my 3.
Okay. The Wizard of Tumwa talks your ear off about things, and he asks you about your family and where you're from and what things have, what things you've experienced this week. Because he likes learning about new people and new things. So the Wizard of Tumwa looks at you, Snore, goes, so what have you experienced this week, young dwarf?
What have I learned this week?
What have you learned this week? Share with this old bird.
Well,
your wisdom, please.
I'm not very proactive in general, but I did learn that I'm not a really big fan of this barmaiden's favorite drink at the tavern. It was all right, but I've definitely had better. To each their own, though. But it's all right.
Juniper definitely has an interesting take on what people find that art is good.
So you know her.
I know Juniper, yes.
All right.
Yes. She's actually my niece.
Oh, okay.
Well, that body's niece. This bird, I don't know how many offspring I have or what the genealogy of this bird would be, but caca.
Caca. Anyways, but yeah, I learned that, and I also learned that there's this really good pillow maker down the road where I live, And I didn't know. He was apparently there for like 16 years. And I'm such a big guy on sleep. The jerk never reached out to me. I found out that he finally had a shop. He was mobile for a while, and then he could afford a shop. And now I have really good pillows at my house.
Nice.
Yeah.
Comfort is very, very important.
Super.
It's fine. It's fine, very important. Especially, right now I'm sleeping like the dead. Ha! Tomo says, and he flaps his little wings. He's like, "Oh, it's a bit wet outside." All right, and what have you learned? What is your wisdom that you can share with us, Store?
I have learned that during one of the kingdom's civil wars, there was a letter found by a quartermaster of a dead soldier that never got sent to his wife. That is hauntingly beautiful.
That is incredibly sad.
That is depressing.
But it's beautiful. It is beautiful in the most sad way, and it teaches us the value of valuing the people that are around us and making sure that the words we say to them are words of love and admiration and kindness, and that we need to reach out to each other and to make sure we send the letters home, so to speak. Fine words, fine things to learn, especially for one too young. Yes, happy flap. And you, friend cleric, Score, is it?
Yes.
What have you learned this week? What wisdom can you share with this old bird?
Outside is very stinky.
These are all true facts.
I have a lot of questions now.
We need a cleric.
There's so much uncleanliness out here, and it just gets so tiring.
How did you train?
In a room, like a civilized individual.
How do you get groceries?
I send my servants to do it.
Have you never left the house?
I wouldn't say never. I had a friend when I was a child. He smelled bad though, so they sent him home.
I'm trying not to.
You know, I can fix that. I got some. You probably have your own spells that you can fix that, bro. Like, dude, just put some, like, what's your favorite food? You got a favorite food, Mister? Score?
Squid, actually.
Squid? Shove some squid up your nose and just deal with it, okay?
Squid doesn't smell good though. It only tastes good.
I guess that's where I'm done talking to you right now.
That happens. That's fine.
Yeah.
So, as you guys all spend some time together and kind of put the canvas up on the back of the cart, kind of enjoy your time, the rain kind of pats the top of the canvas and kind of enjoy some time, camaraderie, and in one of the barrels you're able to find some drink and some dried meat and some hardtack to enjoy some nice little meal.
Promise.
And you guys all spend your time kind of healing, kind of conversing with each other. In amongst the items, though, that you found off of the undead, the larger undead had a halberd that, on closer inspection, who would like to inspect the items that you procured?
I love stealing stuff. And so we're going to find out just how much money I can make off this with thorough inspection.
I was actually going to inspect it just to see if my family's maker's mark was on
I
it.
finally
Give
have
me an
all of my
investi-
spells.
Actually, give me an investigation. Give me a heavy history check. Give me a history check for you. Snore, give me an investigation check for you, Snore.
Dang. That's not great.
I don't want to touch it.
4.
That was a history check. You're not sure. Give me an investigation check.
4.
Try. You know what? I will give you advantage.
Advantage? All right.
roll
On that
two.
first roll or on this?
Honestly,
I'll
if,
investigation.
if your family like made weapons,
Family's involved.
Right. I got a 9 on that one
9. Okay. Try to do it.
and a 2 on that one.
So 9. Well, it's you do find, unfortunately, on the halberd, you do find your maker's mark. You do find your family's maker mark on the weapon. So unfortunately, and also you inspect your armor as well. You will, unfortunately will find, unfortunately, it probably belongs to one of your abandoned men. And were you looking over the armor as well, or
In my investigation, I look over at Store and I go, "This is a halberd." Then I go to the armor.
Yes, it is.
That's even worse.
this is armor?
This appears to be worn.
It's a 1.
Even
and
some
so,
large metal diaper.
Store, you see this? You see this right here? You can wear this on your butt, I think.
That is a breastplate.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Atomo goes, indeed, it is a breastplate, yes. The halberd is a halberd of... it is an enchanted halberd. So, if you were to roll a night... for one such as you, who is skilled with the halberd, and if you were to roll a 19 or a critical attack, in your case, you're a champion fighter. As the Atomo goes, would you please hold up his character sheet a little bit higher, please? Thank you. He looks over at nothing, and just goes, Yes, if you were to roll a 19 or better on an attack, since you're a champion fighter, the weapon itself would cause such a ferocity in you that it would allow you to make another attack.
Oh.
All right.
That's great. I'll just do this.
And my dagger, or my short sword, if someone would like to use that, the short sword would, again, it has a keen insight to it. Not only does it work as a functional short sword, but it will allow you to perhaps move a little faster in combat.
Ooh, I need that. I already wield short sword. I feel like it's right. All right, how much faster does this short sword?
Atomo goes, well, with the short sword, it will essentially allow you to roll advantage on initiative checks. And you can't be surprised.
Ah.
You also find among the deceased individuals, there is a scroll. There are 2 scrolls. One of them with a sword has 2 scrolls on this person, and also a pouch with about 13 gold coins in it.
Hey, Score. You see those super smelly, gross, disgusting, dead bodies?
I do.
I need you to touch them because
Absolutely
they have
not.
things on them. Or I'm going to. I promise you'll like what's on the disgusting dead bodies. But this is your window.
All right, you pick them up.
And then Store takes it.
I can't read this.
What?
Give me an Arcana check.
Honestly, with you being basically just a stay-at-home perfect boy, you should be pretty knowledgeable.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh,
3.
As he was trying to read, I wiped my...
you're
You distracted
you were
me.
distracted. Roll again, and then give me a con save.
10 for the second roll, Arcana, and then
Have you used your inspiration?
not this. Did you actually give me the second?
Yes,
one?
I did.
Okay, well, I guess I have not used that yet. I'll use that.
I mean, this
for
is super like low stakes if for using it.
Well,
So
the inspiration only lasts for 10 minutes.
So the con save is 5
Do you want to use that d6?
plus 2.
You are not. You are grossed out. You look at the scroll. You're like, "Ooh, don't touch me. You're gross." Or you kind of that weird, like just like you just hear you hear just the ick noise. But the scrolls in your possession now are both scrolls of Speak with Dead.
Nice.
I don't need the scrolls for that. I don't think. No,
It's
right.
good.
Yes, I do.
Can I roll to read?
In a body. In a raven. That's a scroll of Speak with Dead. If we use it on your body, what happens? Do you talk to us?
Well, since my soul is technically in this
His
body,
soul is still.
I don't think my body would talk to you.
Wait,
That would be clever, though.
can you animate his body?
Please don't. That would be embarrassing. I would not enjoy that, friend dwarf.
I didn't think about making a necromancer for this.
If you were to do that, I would have no choice but to poop on you. I'd be very
I'd
upset.
let you do it. I'd so much as encourage you to do it right now.
What? That's,
Want him to
You-
poop on you, pretty boy?
No, on him.
oh,
Can you animate it?
not yet.
Yeah, so you plan to.
I mean,
That's the
I'm
whole
a
problem
I'm a
up here.
big fan of entertaining myself. If I'm not sleeping, my life has to be funny.
You
or
entertain
fun.
yourself with dead people.
No,
Should
What
we be
if I,
concerned?
no, I'm just constantly daydreaming. I'd be like, that'd be funny.
What if I,
Keeping it.
So are you technically alive?
Yes.
The bird looks at his wings and looks at his wings and looks at himself. He goes, as far as I'm aware of.
What about
yes.
that one?
No, the body? My body? No, my body is dead. My body is dead. My soul is in this body. Because I was dying. And as I was being killed, I have a certain sense of, as a proper practitioner of the arcane arts, there are two things you must do, and one of them is to keep yourself alive. So I've grown attached to the aspect of being alive. So I have such an ability which allows me to remove my soul into a creature until such time as my body can be restored.
Okay. Well, with all this back and forth, I feel like I'm not needed. I'm going back to sleep.
And he's out.
Yes.
What did we both agree to do?
Kill the dwarf?
No, leave him here if he falls asleep in the forest.
Yeah, in the forest. We're back at the wagon
We're on
now.
the wagon.
Oh, I didn't know we walked all the way back there. Yep, sorry. I was too busy dealing with spells.
So you now have two scrolls of Speak with Dead, which allow you, when cast, to ask an undead individual 5 questions. Whether true or not, it's entirely up to the
So
person.
now we just asked him a question, right? Yes.
Right?
No, not you.
And then, of course, with the short sword of warning,
I know
which gives
we've
you
all seen the
advantage on
D&D
your
movie.
initiative checks, as well as you can't be surprised. And you have the halberd halberd of destruction, which allows you, with roll a critical, to make another attack. If you make another critical, you make another attack.
Okay. So on that second attack, a critical on that, proxy effect again.
Yes.
Okay.
So for a champion fighter, if you roll a 19 or better, it's a crit.
Okay.
So it's kind of a fun little weapon.
Yeah.
Um,
I didn't know that was an effect.
That's an effect. It's an actual thing. It's not. It's a modified from a website I like, which is called Black Citadel. It's really fun D&D like weapons and stuff. So
I'll have to look into that one.
yeah, it's a fun website. Anyway, so are you guys going to do a long rest or continue going on?
I want to use one of the scrolls on, well, one of the 2 skeletons that's still intact.
Okay.
The
So
one
you guys,
skeleton that still has an intact head.
okay. So you guys want to wander back into the forest and speak with the
Based on their equipment, they seem like they were members of the previous company that was sent here.
Okay.
So do you two
Okay.
leave the
Okay.
dwarf in a you leave a tum to look over the unconscious dwarf.
So we're gonna go look or talk to the dead. You want to come with?
Wisdom check.
See if I wake up. I wake up.
Ah!
What?
I'm gonna go use one of the scrolls to speak with dead on the skeleton that's still.
Dude, that sounds so fun.
You want to come?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go.
And with that, I'm going to give you guys inspiration, so you guys can pass this out.
Ooh.
Your snoring made me cry.
My group doesn't use inspiration for whatever reason.
Well, I kind of like. Well, usually at the beginning of most of my sessions, as I do like a little campfire card. This is a one shot, so
This is Hero Clicks.
it is a hero click, yes. But it's also a token which reminds you, hey, I have inspiration.
Yes.
I find a lot of my groups when I give them inspiration, I don't give them a physical token. They tend to forget they have it.
Yeah, that
I
has
wrote it
happened to
down.
me before, plenty of times with Casey.
Yep. So I like to give little physical things up, and people are like, "Ooh, I got so and so," and then it's kind of like a little fun thing. But with inspiration, to explain to the viewers at home what inspiration is, inspiration you can essentially reroll another d20. You can reroll your d20 or so on and so forth. You can give yourself advantage, or you can reroll. So you can use it once. Once you use it, just return it to me. But you have it for the remainder of this perk. So you guys, so the three of you would head back into the dark forest.
Yep.
Okay, the three of you trudge back in. The ground is now a bit more rain-soaked. It is now a light kind of drizzle. As you approach the clearing, before you see the two bodies that have been smashed to bits, but one of them seems to be fairly well intact, as in it was cut in
like
in
hero.
half. Yeah. So the three of you approach. Who is going to? So to use a spell scroll, one of you who can actually cast spells has to use it.
Yeah.
So which one wants to cast the spell? Now the person who casts the spell is the one that asks the questions.
I don't have any questions, but I can do it. What questions are we trying to ask these dead bodies?
So if you're going to use the scroll to cast a spell, go ahead and roll me a d20 and add your spellcasting modifier, which would be in your case your charisma modifier, so it'll be +3.
Let's do.
Roll them around, they turn. Tell us the lesson that we should learn. See if we get a 13 or better.
Nope.
He pulled the scroll out, he reads it, and it just burns up and nothing happens.
You cast the wrong spell.
Hey, man, I just woke up. You do it.
I guess I will try to read this.
You have to touch the corpse as part of the spell.
So
casting.
it would be your wisdom modifier for you.
I have to touch it.
I don't think so.
So
I don't
you
know
take
magic.
the scroll out. You begin to read. So you roll a d20 and add your spellcasting modifier, which for you would be your wisdom modifier. So which it's a 13 or better.
Oh, my gosh.
And the spell is the
God
I
damn it.
rolled a 2, and it's +4, so.
so it's like just what? Huh? He kind of has a whole like what? That's not burn.
I've never seen this spell before.
That was a good roll.
And both scrolls burn up, and you're left.
Well, that was fun. I'm going back to the wagon,
use
and
the
I'm sleeping.
inspiration
Please
on
don't wake me up.
Can.
I will gladly use it.
Just pass over. We're just checking it. Cool. See? So I give you inspiration.
Now, what is that?
D20.
Okay. That's a 19.
Awesome. And you read the scroll, and as the scroll burns away,
Makes things a little bit better for
you
us.
hear as the undead corpse's body fills with a semblance of life, and it kind of rolls over and looks up at you and goes, and kind of just stares at you, waiting for you to ask it something.
What attacked it? How long ago was it attacked? If it saw the big bad, or if it knows what's going on in Black Marsh.
What attacked you?
A flaming undead. It killed me and my men.
How long ago was this?
3 days ago.
What's going on in Black Marsh? If they know.
What's going on in Black Marsh?
A merchant caravan arrived 3 days ago. Brought with it death. I did what I could.
Ask him what his name is.
That's what I was about to do. We're about to ask for the Tiamat identification for his platoon that got sent out.
What's the question?
What his identification was for his platoon.
And his favorite.
What is your identification for your platoon?
and his favorite food?
What would be the identification for the platoons? For the,
But whatever regiment he was, like, I don't know military stuff, but if he was like the 4th Infantry Division, 2nd Quarter, I could at least report back that had been wiped out by some kind of
he was
undead.
he was a cavalry for the Cobalt Dragons.
All right. That I will make a note of.
Okay. So you have one more question.
Were there
Hey,
any survivors?
wait. Do we really need any more information? How
Were
important?
there any survivors?
How important was that question?
There was
Other survivors in town?
there was a priestess taken from the monastery. Before I died, she was still alive. And then as he says this, the magic ends and his body is now at peace.
I kind of wanted to do a D&D movie and just have him be awake and us never ask him the last question.
how that spell works.
Oh, is that like
Yeah,
a
it doesn't. Yeah.
inaccurate? Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. Again, it's a movie.
Yeah.
And it's funny, and it was a great movie, and I really, really enjoyed it. So
It was fun.
That was
I like the
case.
site. I like to watch on YouTube. There's a wonderful series by Ed Greenwood, who is the father of the Forgotten Realms, and he does this little debunk thing because hey, I enjoyed it, but this thing, I realized it was done for comedy's sake. But I recommend it highly.
The Flaming Undead.
Cool.
Flaming undead.
Most cinematic shot of someone getting hit with a potato ever.
Right? Okay. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I cast potato. That's a great spell. Cast
For
potato.
sure.
Potato.
Potato. Potato. Anyway, so as the undead, as the magic releases from the undead, its visage relaxes again into that of the undead, and laying on the ground.
I am trekking back to the wagon because I am just exhausted.
Sloshing through the mud.
Yep. I am not with you people anymore.
We weren't given shovels, were we?
You
On the wagon?
Yeah, there's some basic tools. There's shovels. I assume you have some tent stuff and whatnot. Do you want to bury the dead?
Yes, I am going to bury the dead, pay respect.
Okay.
I can't do funeral rites or anything like that, but I can at least provide military funerals.
That's very kind of you. So you take your time. You grab a shovel, come back,
Go back, grab a shovel.
dig some graves. Okay, well, that's very kind of you. So you take the time to kind of dig some graves and intern these 3 individuals, at least as much as you can of what you have left. And then, what are the rest of you doing? I know you're sleeping.
Well,
No?
I do have an action prepped because
cool.
even though I'm sleeping, I'm listening.
Okay.
I'm waiting to hear Score
Okay.
to arrive and be in the wagon.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I'm going to say.
And what is Score doing? Or are you helping?
I'll
Store?
assist him as a holy individual.
Okay. So you two with shovels in hand.
I'm not a monster.
Yeah. So you two with shovels in hand leave the dwarf and Atumwa in the wagon. And Atumwa, you were asleep?
Yes.
Atumwa, go ahead and give me a wisdom.
My name is Snore.
Snore. I'm going to roll for Tumwa. Snore. Would you give me a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage since you're asleep?
Freaking really? 3.
Would you like to borrow some dice? Because yours have not been helping you so far.
Am I allowed to do this?
You've made your roll.
I have. It's 3. It's 3. It's 3.
You can use
Next time, though.
Even that
Next time.
though.
Ah, see, that's crazy.
Next time, though.
Yeah, my 3. Wait, that was at disadvantage. Let's see if I nat 1. Nope, that was a 15.
Okay, so the two of you spend about an hour digging 3 graves and turning these individuals. Score, would you make a religion check for me, please?
Absolutely. $13.
You perform the rites of your faith without interruption, with precision and capability of your faction. These souls are all placed to rest. They will no longer rise as undead.
Sick.
As the three of you, as the two of you, I assume you guys, after doing that, go back to the wagon. You find the wagon aflame. In the distance.
I would have waited a little bit after Score left.
Okay.
Due to backstory.
Then you would have heard, I assume, Score produce an exclamation of the fact that the wagon is now.
Oh my!
Which causes you to become alert to the fact that you hear, "Oh my!" over a distance. As you leave the tree line, you see the wagon is on fire.
Wait, so I heard, did I hear Score?
No,
Dang.
you didn't hear Score.
Okay.
I feel like the roar of flames might be a little too loud.
True.
Yes. So you see that the wagon is now currently on fire.
Well,
From the distance you are, you can see.
It's-
You can't leave the tree line. You're like, there's
I was
light
this
ahead.
close to choosing like shape water,
That's awesome.
and then I didn't.
But you didn't.
Yeah.
Shape of Water, great movie. You ever seen Shape of Water?
Nope. I gotta ask, is it too late to use my inspiration for the wisdom save?
You can use it now
Okay.
if you like.
What would you recommend I'm rolling for?
Wisdom. To
Okay.
wake up.
Cool.
And I'll give you advantage of the fact that you feel someone pecking you in your forehead and yelling your name.
Wake up, you damn dwarf.
All right.
Atama's like, wake up.
We're gonna use this before I look at a number.
Please
Yes.
I gave you a whole bag of D20s.
Oh, this is thick.
There's one of those in there too.
That's a nat 20.
Nice.
That was a good goal, bro.
You wake up
I went and here's that was.
Good job,
just in
James.
time
Good job.
to give me a
Proud of you.
dexterity saving throw before you are gored by a very. You have found yourself. Not in the wagon where you had been residing, or had been sleeping, but you have now found yourself in. As you kind of lean over real quick with your dark vision, of course, you do see what could only be recommended as probably a part of a head with an eyeball missing, and you're in some of like large nest,
Ah,
and you see a kind of a flesh, sort of gooey looking bird thing as it kind of approaches you, and it looks like he just got done eating another body, and it kind of turns its razor beak towards you and kind of And Atoma's like, wake up, you idiot. Wake up, you idiot. On your forehead.
It's a shame I'm not there.
Without moving, I cast sleep
On what?
on this thing.
On myself. No, I cast sleep on myself. How many D8s are you going to roll?
5.
5. You rolled 5 D8s.
All right, you got a D8 bag?
I do.
Oh boy,
You won't have to sift through.
we have so much dice on the table. This is a great visual, to be honest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. Hey, this was mine. I bought this one. All right.
I don't think I have
Do the
any
two of you
yours on
approach
my
the
dice.
wagon? I assume.
I did approach the wagon, yes.
Unfortunately, fully engulfed in flames.
I didn't hear a single word you just said.
The wagon is fully engulfed in flames.
Okay.
Your horses have been. The horses are no longer there.
Okay. Do I see... Can I search for horse tracks?
Yes, either a nature check or a perception check, whichever one's
Let's
best
see,
for you.
I think nature because I have...
If you're looking for tracks, or if you're
I'm unconfident.
okay.
They're the same,
23.
so...
23. You cast sleep on this creature, without moving. You will it to go sleep, and this bird creature just.
Looks like it's...
I am wrong.
And you hear a thump. And you hear a groan sort of nearby.
I'm still half tempted to go back to sleep, but
You are on fire. You're like, just warm.
danger is done.
What did you get for your roll there?
that'd be 12.
12. Was it perception or nature?
The same for both, so...
So you kind of scour around the tent, even though I assume at this point you light a torch so you can see.
Yeah.
Over it.
Well, I mean...
You're a human. You're a human.
Yes.
Okay. So kind of try to get some vision. You do see large, kind of almost like bird tracks, but they're very large. They look like they're large, and they seem to be going towards kind of a.
Aw.
You kind of follow it per se, and it kind of leads into a shadow of kind of a rocky hill.
Well, the dwarf is dead.
And then you hear an echo. You hear, the dwarf is dead.
I guess I start to sit up.
You sit up, and you realize you're in some type of large nest. And you put your hand out, and it's very squishy.
It was gross.
Yeah, you're like, oh, and it's almost like,
Squishy is soft, though.
squishy is soft. It is very meaty.
Giving
though.
me a
It's
lot
very
of
meaty and
inspiration.
Is this like a flesh golem bird?
I guess it's like just a bird's nest that's just gross. That's what I'm
It's kind of
taking
gross.
it.
He's been eating nothing but undead, or kind of like just Karen, and there's like lots of like
Yeah.
food in here.
A bunch of carrion meat. And when
Yes.
that carrion meat is animated.
Yes, it's skishy. So yeah, you hear, I think the dwarf is dead. The echo. I assume you were going to be following score. Or
Yeah, I'm gonna rush to the wagon. Yeah.
The wagon is fully engulfed in flame.
I have
How's the
nothing to do
horses,
with it.
by the
I
Horses
can...
were not there.
Can I cast
Okay, good.
mending on...
On the horses or on the
No,
wagon?
on the wagon.
No. Unfortunately, the wagon is now currently on fire. And you were far away from the wagon.
Can
see into the bed of the wagon to see if Atumwa and
You can give me a perception check.
don't think I am proficient with perception. I am, so I have a +2.
Nice.
Give me a 12 total.
12. You unfortunately, the fact that it's still in fire, as the fire kind of dies down, you don't. Hopefully, you don't see a tumwa or Snore in the wagon.
Okay.
It appears that just
It must have gotten out then.
must have gotten out. At least in some case. But
If
you do
I don't see corpses there.
You do hear yelling from a rocky outcrop. I think the dwarf is dead. Kind of echoed over. You can kind of see. You see he's carrying a torch, so you can kind of see where he is, sort of in the shadow of this rocky hill. He appears to be outside of sort of like large cave.
Who is?
Score. Yeah, Scores. You were inside the cave.
Can I talk to Atumwa?
Yeah, time was like.
What happened, Atumwa?
A large some undead came and grabbed you. I cannot stop them. I am a bird. But I followed them. I tried to wake you multiple times. If his beak cannot clench and he cannot grind his teeth, but if he were, he'd be doing that. You'll see those little bird eyes, and he goes, I tried to wake you multiple times. You would not wake up. They hold you into this place. I watched that that merchant over there start getting eaten. And as she finished with him, she then came over to you to do the same. I tried to wake you up multiple times. Peck, 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 peck. You finally woke up. I almost just decided to just gouge you in the eyeball. You didn't. You woke up. Very proud of you.
Sorry, man.
Flap, flap, flap.
Whenever I'm asleep, it's most of the time on my own time, you know.
If I could scour at you, birds do not have a range of emotions that I need at this moment.
I cannot
I
physically
understand.
express how disappointed
I
you
cannot
are.
express my disappointment in you.
You are a
My
bird.
body is gone.
Oh, that's awful. Like, is it done? Like it's in ashes?
No, she
It's just-
ate it.
Oh, okay. Well, Atumwa, though you do not have any physical benefits right now, but you still have your wise mind. What is the best course of action right now?
He yells, "Help! Help! 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 Help!"
Well, although you do not have a body anymore, this is also very exciting of an
Stop being
opportunity.
sold.
Because now you get to pick a body in which we will try to find for you. I don't know.
Give me a persuasion check. Give this little bird some hope.
Yeah. Why am I rolling with this? This is awful. I
choose
already rolled it.
yours.
I already rolled it.
What are the
Yes. Okay. It's my best modifier.
Nice.
It's a 13.
13, okay. All right. So he for now, he seems to just be in a situation where he's like, okay. He'll stop yelling help. And he'll just sit there and sort of like be melancholy and kind of look around the area and goes, But yes, you since you're the closest one to the cave there, Score, you'll actually hear a Tomo yelling, help! Help! Help!
Maybe
are-
the dwarf isn't dead. I hear noises over this way.
We are 8 minutes away from 9 o'clock. Just letting everybody know.
I see.
You said he might not be dead.
Yes.
Perks up quite a bit and rushes over.
I heard someone yelling help over here.
It was me. Hello. Can you see us?
Oh,
Bird's
hello.
alive.
He flaps out. Oh, thank the gods. Good night's on your shoulder. He goes, the dwarf is inside. He's insane. We can help.
Do you see why I wanted you to poop on him now?
So many reasons. So many reasons. My body is gone. It is now in the belly of a creature.
You might be able to help with that.
I assumed it was
Not me. It was disgusting.
No. The undead, or whoever they were, they picked up my body and the dwarf's body and brought them here to be fed to that creature, which now is currently unconscious.
unconscious.
But good news. they talk a lot, and the temple isn't too far from here. The bad news is, if we do not get there soon, they will be able to free the fiend that they're going to bring forth in ritual if we do not hurry. Unfortunately, the horses with common sense have ran off due to the fact that the wagon was on fire. Mm-hmm. I did attempt to free the horses with my limited beak.
What was the connection between the wagon being on fire and...
Oh, they just burnt it because they were just mean.
Okay.
Because,
But you were taken by a bird?
There was a large bird in here that apparently they were feeding things to.
Oh, okay.
Well,
There's quite a few bodies in there that unfortunately have been eaten.
first things first. Atumwa, you have my sincerest apologies.
Thank you.
Where is the unconscious, whatever the hell?
He's not unconscious. He's in there sitting on the...
Not the dwarf. The undead that was eating things that you said was
It's
unconscious.
inside.
Please.
The dwarf put it to sleep.
Please lead me to it so we can make sure it doesn't eat
Excellent.
anybody else.
He flies in. You find Snore in a large nest made of
Fleshy bits.
fleshy bits and other things and bone and whatnot. And you see Snore in the nest.
Hey, man. Once you get used to it, this nest is super comfy.
Don't talk to me.
Okay.
Go over. Is that the...
You see a very unconscious looking kind of a rather strange bird, like abomination. It looks like a very large bird that has been corrupted by some foul magic. Its beak stained with red, dried blood. It's breathing, unconsciously asleep. Its wings, mostly bone, and the feathers that are attached to it are stained red and black with ichor.
Well,
Its talons sharp, its beak ready to render flesh and bone. And it's just sleeping.
already attacked us. It's going to attack anybody else that happens to camp near the cave. I'm going to execute it.
It would be a critical attack, so it is double damage.
I would also like
And
to
then I get
attack.
another attack. And another attack.
Yeah.
And another attack.
Yes, any attack you make would be considered critical attack, so double damage.
Hey, this is an animal, man.
I will require compensation for what I will maybe have to do unless you kill
You
it
don't have to
first.
come in here.
Okay. You
I know
think
you
you
have
got this
problems
thing?
with this.
I mean, all right. If you feel confident enough, then go for
With the halberd, absolutely.
it. Okay.
With the halberd itself. Just,
Because
by its very
intelligent-
nature, it just you would just obliterate this thing.
Yeah.
Just.
Because of how it works, there would be no end of the round.
Store just with the precision of a trained warrior, epically destroys this thing. It just
Make sure
To pieces, you say.
take precision around his stomach. Maybe we can save that body after all.
I don't think there's any reconstituting a body after it's been
I will mend it.
digested.
unfortunately cannot mend a body, but it's a very good idea. You do though find amongst the remains,
Viscera.
remains
do have-
of various different bodies it's eaten. You do find a rather shiny looking mace. You do find a pouch of 50 gold, which is more than you were being paid to do this. And you do find what's left of a spell book. Tom was very happy with the idea. Unfortunately, he's a bird and he cannot cast spells right now. So
Yep.
I will gladly take go for that shiny mace and
the shiny mace
and
is a +1 mace. +1 to attack, +1 to...
I'll hold on to that book for good old Atumwa.
I would say I can take the book.
Nah.
That appears to be my spell book, so I would like you to keep it, please. Someone,
Yes.
please keep it, so at least I can... Once I
Yeah.
have a body back, I can, hopefully
Yeah,
have
we gonna
fingers.
get you. We gonna get you a body. Yeah.
I am very...
We just need to find an artificer to make this bird arms.
The idea of having arms as a bird intrigues me. Thank you, Score.
That sounds
You've given me some kind of weird point of hope. And you have my book now, at least.
Yes.
It is covered in goo, but it is at least somewhat salvageable.
Yes.
I should be able to clean it once I have fingers. Mm-hmm. Or I can get someone else to finger it for me.
Yes.
It's always good to have someone deep in your pages.
Mm-hmm.
Never
I
thought
have
I'd
a
hear
rather
bird say
large
that.
glossary at the beginning.
Ah, okay.
You've never... Have you read my... I'm going to do more literary jokes, but never mind. I'm going to stop there. Have you ever been deep in the page in a good book? I have. Especially on a lonely night. With just you and your library.
Okay.
Anyway.
Just you, the library, the feel of the leather on your fingertips.
Yes. Cold. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Anyway, score. Score. Are you doing anything at all? You have the mace. You have the plus one mace. So plus one mace. You have the 50 gold, and Atumwa is able to lead you guys to the temple.
All right.
So,
To the temple.
taking, of course, a little bit of a rest. Or do you guys just want to march through the night and get there?
Well,
If we
either
don't
or.
rush, they're going to bring that fiend back.
Okay.
Whatever it is, they're going to bring it back.
Okay.
Anything that is called a fiend is not something I want on this plane of existence.
Oh, I love the fiend.
That's fair.
So I think we should go to the temple and stop this summon
Let's do it.
somehow.
Yep. Someone's carrying me, right?
No.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
Let's do it. Let's not do it. No. All right. So, as you guys march forward, everyone give me since this is kind of a forced march, everybody give me a Constitution saving throw.
Con
It'll be a 13 or
save.
better. Dwarves are good at those.
15.
15, you're good.
14.
You're good.
11.
You unfortunately
Complain the
will get a
whole time.
level of exhaustion,
Okay.
which means it gives you.
Oh, I'm
disadvantage.
exhausted. Wow. How surprising.
Surprise, surprise! It gives you disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay.
So, but you guys are able to make it there to the ruins of, unfortunately, the once majestic Temple of the Eternal Sun. You see has definitely had better days. As you guys approach it, you do see smoke rising from the temple as the sun sort of seems to peek over at the kind of the crest of dawn. You hear echo chanting from inside. You see a ring of cultists. You see this place has definitely seen better days. Kind of an open area. The shadow remains of the merchant's caravan is here. Overturned wagons, shattered crates of vegetables and crafts, slaughtered horses, unfortunately. And other packed animals, and a variety of broken weapons litter the area. A ring of cultists speak with arcane tones, as in the middle of this rioting kind of wreath of kind of a bonfire, you see a skeletal form materializing. As of right now, they did not know that you were here. Because their focus is on the
Surprise
ritual
round.
and their passive perception. And,
Surprise round.
Yes. As this thing begins to form in the flame.
All right.
What would the three of you like to do?
I should stay here. They'll hear me with my armor.
Okay.
Unfortunately, chainmail is rather loud.
I'm also wearing chainmail.
That we should stay here.
You hear the scream of a woman. As two cultists bring out a woman. She is struggling, and one of them draws a knife.
You go or we go?
I'm going.
Okay. What are you doing?
One of them is holding a knife,
Yeah,
and they're about to like what? Take her out?
It looks like that.
I'd like to draw one of my hand axes and prepare to throw
Okay.
Okay, so the guy with
So
the
you're
knife.
ready in action to throw it at who?
at the one holding the knife.
And what is the trigger for that?
If he makes a move to attack,
Okay.
to obviously start her sacrifice. If he begins to, when he
Dagger.
raises it up, or
Yeah.
no, hold on, I'll
Yeah.
throw
So,
it.
okay. All right. And what are you doing, Soren?
So I literally have nothing I can do that is useful besides a tactic. The guy with the knife.
Yes.
I'm going to intensely distract him with message.
Okay.
So,
So message cantrip.
yes.
song that gets on everybody.
Yes. And so, this is what I'm going to say. Hello, sir. I have a little bit of a moral dilemma on your hands, okay? I know you can't see me, but here's the question. Okay? Are you ready? Okay, cool. You and your best friend are walking down a trail. Your bestest friend, you love this person, okay? And you were walking down a trail, and your best friend has a briefcase with the cure to cancer in it, okay? That cure to cancer will solve literally all cancers. So, suddenly,
While this is happening, you will have advantage. If you're going to be stealthy, go ahead and both of you make stealth checks, please. And also you make a stealth check.
okay, cool. By the way,
With
I'm
advantage. Actually, it's a flat roll. Be a flat roll then. Okay. So flat roll then. Okay.
by the
those of you
way,
watching, you
I'm
have
God.
disadvantage on
There
something.
is a wrong
And
answer
gain
to this.
advantage. It makes it a flat
Anyways,
roll. You don't roll twice and take the lesser.
Your
You don't roll
best
twice and take
friend
the higher. You just
slips and falls, launching the briefcase into the air, and then falls into quicksand. Thus, your friend also tripping and falling into quicksand. They are too far away from each other for you to save both of them. Do you save your best friend in quicksand, or do you save the cure to cancer? Your answer.
Someone kill that dwarf. He's looking
Hey
around.
man, it's a
looking around, and
message.
he just- Someone kill that dwarf.
I can't even roll.
Where did you come from?
You're casting the spell. You have to look at them 120 feet.
Okay,
Dwarf.
gotcha.
Hey, is that
So
you?
this person is aware of
Yes.
message.
Now he's aware of you. Yes. Here. Give me an
Okay.
Arcana check. He's figured out.
I rolled a natural 20 on my stealth, just so you know.
He doesn't see you guys.
I got a 14 overall.
He will see you eventually, but you're fairly well hidden for right now. But the man that has a dagger focuses on you now, not the woman.
All right.
So he yells, "Someone kill that dwarf!" The five that are kind of surrounding the flames keep chanting. Two cultists with, or two actually well-armed individuals that look possibly wearing very similar armor to yours, grab up and who are very much alive and pink of skin, see the dwarf, and they run towards the dwarf.
Okay.
At this time, I'd like to give you a roll initiative, unless you'd like to do anything prior.
I would like to do one last stitch effort.
Yes,
I'm Bard of Creation.
you are.
I'm going to jump into the bushes
Haha!
and using my creation powers, I'm going to resurface out of the bushes wearing exactly the cult uniforms that they are wearing.
Do you have a disguise kit?
I read performance of creation. The item must appear on a surface or in a liquid that can support it.
Gotcha. Okay, so you're it's great. Okay.
So I'm just creating a cloak.
A costume.
Yes.
Okay. You know what? Give me a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
You'll have to beat 15. DC of 15. Sleight of hand 15.
Already fuck. Never mind. Never mind.
You're trying to make clothes really quick. You're like, clothes. I got this.
Clown mask.
This isn't. These aren't my pants. These aren't.
Honey, where are my pants?
Where are my pants?
I have a -1 for sleight of hand.
Really?
And I got a 4.
Oh,
I quote that constantly, and no one knows
So
where it's from.
you're still in the bush. Unfortunately, you make the item. You're just not. You're just in the bush. You're like, you can't see me, guys. Hold on.
Just give me a little bit longer.
Let me try this again.
As they approach the bush, give me a persuasion check. Give me I'll let you give me a persuasion check. You're in the bush. They come up. They're let me see how confused they are.
All right. I'm like, hold up. Guys, where is HR? I'm trying to work here. I'm trying to join you guys. I just didn't know the proper precautions. Okay. That's a dirty 20.
Nice. They stop at the bush as you're yelling at them. You're like, wait, guys, wait. They're like, weapons out. They're like, they're like,
I'm trying to get an interview.
I'm trying to get you guys. All right, so you're distracting these two soldiers that are trying by this bush right now. You're
Yes.
just trying to get this rope on. You're like trying to fit the hat on. What are the rest of what are you
Do you like my cosplay?
So you are currently unseen by anyone else. You are currently sort of hidden, but these two guys are confused and they're looking at this bush, and they don't notice you right now because they're confused by this bush.
And the two that are confused by the bush are in armor very similar to mine,
Similar to yours, yes.
and are actually apparently alive. They're not obviously skeletal or anything like that.
Yes.
Okay. I would much rather avoid fighting my kinmen, although I don't know why they'd be working with a cult. But we are mercenaries. I'm going to go after who I am assuming is the cult leader, the one holding the dagger.
Right, yes. Yep.
I am going to go...
You run out, hand axe, or you just heard?
I'm going to throw the axe at him
Okay.
first.
All right, so you run around the corner, axe, throw. I'll give you advantage on the attack.
All right. First roll is a 15. Second roll, not listings, is a 4. So I have a 15 plus my throne, which I believe...
Keep in mind, this guy does not give a crap about cancer patients.
I believe I need to equip my hand axe.
It's a D6.
It's D6? Okay. I was looking for a hit bonus,
All right,
Unless
your
a 15 hits.
Proficiency plus strength bonus.
even for throne. I thought throne was dex.
Whichever, it's up to you. Dex or strength.
Okay, then it'd be 5 as well, so dirty 20.
It's a hit.
And then hand axe damage. Die 6, I rolled a 4. And then that'd be plus strength as well.
Yep.
So plus 3, so 7.
Okay, you throw this axe. You catch him right in his forehead. Shoop. He drops the dagger, and he falls to his knees dead. The other cultist is very surprised. The woman, seeing that her hand is out free, takes the hand, punches it right in the cultist's nuts,
Ooh.
and just socks him right in the mommy daddy button. Just bam, like a baseball bat hitting a burrito. Just there's a wet slap noise, and he just goes "Ah!" and just kind of tumbles over. And she grabs the dagger and she runs kind of off, grabs the dagger and kind of runs off. So now at this point we're rolling initiative, unless you're doing anything.
Nope.
In your hidden position, okay?
If
Keep
I'm
in mind,
already sneaky, I'm gonna continue to be sneaky.
you got to
For the
leave in
sneaky
18
bone
minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, maybe we'll finish in 15 minutes.
Yeah, let's try.
people. Maybe.
All right. So anyone get higher than 20?
Nope. I did not.
All right, I get advantage on these.
You do get advantage.
Features and traits, is that what it would be?
I saw that.
I rolled 11 twice.
Okay.
You know what's funny? I also rolled 11.
All right. Cool. So we have 20, 19.
Mine was 14 total. Yep.
3.
So you're probably going to go last. All right. So Star probably
I
goes.
am impressed, because I
last.
did not think I'd make that.
All right. And okay. So
Are they still trying to hurt me?
they're confused right now. You have them in
Okay.
a confused state right now.
Okay, cool.
If you keep talking to them and keep making persuasion checks, they'll probably stay in the confused state.
Okay.
So we have the soldiers. We have 19. We have 18, 17, 16, 15, 14.
14's me.
14 is score. Then we have the cultist. 14, and I assume Snore is where you at?
I'm 11.
11, so you're there. Yep.
You don't have a
Tama,
initiative?
9.
10.
Okay. So this, we have 2 rounds before something happens.
Dos rounds.
So, top of the key, soldiers look confused. They are just staring at the bush. They are still. They're staring at the. You're trying to put your cloak on. You're talking to them. Score. What are you doing? You're currently hidden in a safe location. You are seeing this ring of cultists chanting with around this bonfire. You see this large skeletal creature forming in the bonfire. The priestess has now taken a dagger and has now ran away from you. And there's one cultist away from about 20 feet from them that's currently on the ground holding his groin. There's also one dead with a hand axe in his head. The soldiers actually don't notice you. I did passive perception, and they were focused on him. They did not notice you.
Couple questions.
A couple answers.
So, the radius of these cultists around this thing, what would
They're
it be?
within 10 feet of the bonfire.
10 feet of the bonfire. So,
They're making a 10 feet of the bonfire and then about a 20-foot ring around it. There's 5 of them.
I'm going to cast Spike Growth directly on the middle of the bonfire.
Nice. So,
How you get OP spells like that at level 3? That's crazy.
that one was
great
due
spell.
to my. That's actually a druid spell. It's due to my nature thing.
nature domain.
Yes.
He's a cleric. Clerics, I love clerics as a spellcaster because you get the most spells.
Yeah. We once killed 300 goblins with spike growth
Nice.
in a pickle. It was great.
One of my favorite things is spike growth with a warlock, where you have
With agonizing and
agonizing
blast.
yeah, and you have essentially push and pull.
Oh.
So you push them across it and you pull them back through it. It's like
Sit there and grate them.
yeah, it's called the cheese grater. It's great.
We kind of did the same thing, but we teleported back and forth, so they just naturally just.
Nice. Okay.
There's a time Armin picked a giant fish out of the ocean and put it in a boat.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you're casting spike growth.
Yes.
So if they move, they take damage, correct?
Yes. 2d4 piercing damage
Right,
for
so-
every 5 feet it travels.
And what's the range of that?
So it's a 20-foot radius centered on the point,
And it's considered difficult terrain.
and yes, considered difficult terrain.
Okay.
And I can do it from 150 feet away.
Nice. You're well hidden. You've cast it. You're still hiding. You're in a good place. Are you doing anything else? That was your action. Nope.
Nope, that'd be it.
Yeah. Okay. The cultists are continuing their chant. Mwah, 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 mwah. The other cultist that got socked in the groin is going to stand up, have movement, kind of breathe. Sees a spike growth kind of forming around the ritual ceremony. Doesn't see you. Sees you though. And he's going to see you.
Looks the direction the axe came from.
Yes. He extends his hand towards you, and he's going to fire a firebolt at you. It's going to hit, unfortunately, doing 1d10 fire damage, 10 points of fire damage, as the bolt of fire streaks from his hand and slams you dead in the chest. But your fire...
As a red dragonborn, I
Yes.
am resistant to fire, so I only take 5.
5 points of fire damage. Yes. And he realizes his mistake and goes, "Oh no!" And he looks around and runs away. Turns around and runs away.
Does he run into the spike growth?
So that would be cultist. Snore. You are. Would you like to continue your performance check?
Yes. These are not the droids you are looking for.
Deception check.
One of them goes, "What's a droid?"
Excuse me.
Okay.
I heard it was some
Okay.
pretty cool phone that they had back in the early 2000s.
Oh my gosh, he's
That made it goes.
14.
You can buy a new one now with
These
their
guys-
folding screens.
You're like you come out of the bush. You're like, ha! You're not the droids you're looking for, and they're like, they look at each other. Droid. They look at you. They look at each other. They look at you. They look at each other.
Sorry, I have really intense dreams, and
In the clouds
You'll get
above
it.
you see cloud formations of like a little or two.
yes, sir.
So that was your action. Do you want to use your bonus action at all, Storm?
Yes. I want to inspire. Wait. So when I inspire people, is it like a known thing that I'm doing that? Like it's a nice gesture that I'm doing that?
It would be a nice gesture, yeah.
Okay. And they're aware of that.
Some people would be aware of it, yes.
Okay. If I inspired one of these cultists in front of me, would they be like, "Yeah, this guy's a nice guy"?
That would be certainly kind of you if you want to give them inspiration, yes.
Inspiration.
I will give you inspiration for listening to my
You
bandwidth.
give one of the soldiers inspiration.
Yes.
That's very kind of you. So
Yes.
okay. So you give one of the active soldiers that are trying to murder you inspiration. I get it.
Yes.
That's fine.
Yes. I'm a good guy. See, look it.
Negotiation tactic.
Yeah.
I like it.
The dwarf is stupid.
It might have been super stupid, but that it's delusional until it works.
Really, they only get one,
I like to say that.
and it's a nice gesture.
Yeah. All right. That's fair. That's fair. And you're like, hey, you're a nice guy. I'm like, yeah, I am a nice guy. Thank you. I appreciate that. Soldier looks like really confident. He's like, yeah, it's a good day. It's a
Yeah,
good
you
day.
can do anything, man.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
like
appreciate that.
let me go.
What? What's crazy? Atama, though, will give. Since it may turn into combat for you, Score, it's going to hold its action as a help action for anyone that attacks the cultist. He's going to kind of like cause a distraction because he's a bird. It's a commerce. All right, so Store, you're up, followed by the soldiers.
Me. So the one that hit me with firebolt ran off.
Yeah, and then he only ran about 30 feet, but so he'd be about 60 feet from you.
Okay. But he's actively running away.
We'll see he's running away, yes.
Okay. How far away am I from the chanters?
About 30 feet.
All right. Want to move up on one of them.
Okay, as they continue to chant.
Yep.
Okay.
And I want to try and angle my fire breath, the 15-foot cone, to hit two of them.
Oh, geez. Okay, so deck saves.
Yep. Dex 12s.
It's a fail, and it's also a fail. Cool, 2 fails.
And I believe my fire breath is 2 or 3 die. I was just looking. I did not remember it. Inventory, actions. 2 die. So, 2 die 6.
Nice.
I apologize. It's an 11 dex save.
Cool.
Not
They
as
still
well.
fail.
Okay. For 3 whole damage.
That's 3 fire damage.
Now, does the spike growth catch on fire and start doing more damage?
Not that I'm aware of. It's magical. So.
Okay.
But that would be awesome, but no. But
I knew it was magical, but it's still like a physical growth that's there.
They are, well, no, it's a growth, but it's magical.
Yeah.
It's kind of those things that you're,
It's magic, so it doesn't catch on
Yeah,
fire. 'Cause it's
but they are now aware of you as you just. The other cultists are aware of you, but they're continuing to chant. Even though 2 of them are now been damaged by you, they recognize that you are now a threat, and they. Are you doing anything else in this turn?
I am going to bonus action surge,
Okay. You have
and I'm going to attack with my halberd.
Ha.
Since the
Free
one
attack.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nat 20.
boy.
20. Cool. You get another attack.
Another attack and damage for the first
And
one.
yeah, 2d10.
Double strength modifier damage, or
No,
is
no,
that just plus 3?
one.
Okay.
Yeah, just the rest.
That is 4, 5, 6, 7 damage on the first attack.
That guy's dead.
All right.
As you
I've used
just
my 30 feet of move,
Yep.
so my second attack doesn't go off because I don't have another thing within 10 feet.
You would still another attack.
Would I?
Yeah.
I'm gonna use the restroom.
And with
No.
so I killed the one that I ran up on.
Yep.
You said they were about 10 feet away.
That's correct.
I only have a 10-foot
Oh.
reach with the halberd.
But you also have movement, right?
No, I used all 30 to get
Okay,
up there.
then yeah, you have no one. Yeah.
Okay.
So, fortunately, that attack would then be unfortunately wasted.
Oh well.
But it was awesome. You did.
It was
take
cool
out
either way.
Yeah.
You hit him. He does that whole windmill, spin and then falls into the burning flames. As his body
Does-
touches the flame, it just consumed by it.
Does the I assume because this thing's being summoned, it's probably getting constructed piece by piece. That's why only the skeleton's there. Does it seem to dim at all, or does the growth slow because there's less people chanting?
Unfortunately, at this point, it's not.
Okay.
But there are still 4 cultists left.
Yeah.
That are still chanting. So the cultists continue to. 2 of them, the 4 continue to chant. From 60 feet away, the guy pivots, sees that you just gutted one of his friends. He's going to attempt to do a firebolt at you again.
Knowing that I'm resistant to it,
He's
do it
going to
again?
miss because that's all skill he has. Is that
Okay.
like ha! It just goes.
Whoosh!
He drops his head in shame. The priestess comes over and just stabs him.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a crit. He fires the firebolt. He's like shameful. She runs over, just cuts him right in the stomach, just stick with a dagger. He falls over dead. The other 4 cultists will continue to chant, which will take us to Snore, and then followed by a Toma, who is flying in the air and cawing and making
I
noise.
attacked. Atama was readying an action for that.
That's true. Yeah, so that would be his action then. So his action would have been included then. So Snore is going to take the dodge action since he's not here, and now bring us to Store.
Me again. All right. Score didn't do anything.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, because I was at the
Oh,
end.
I'm sorry.
Soldiers.
Score.
Then...
I'm sorry. My apologies. I had you guys switched. I'm so sorry. I actually switched the initiatives. What would you like to do? You were still hit.
All right. A real quick question. So, the spike growth, it's a concentration spell.
Yes.
Can I keep that up while also casting another spell that is a? I guess it just says it's instantaneous, one
Then,
action.
yeah, you can cast that spell.
Okay.
As long as you don't cast another concentration-based spell, you're fine.
Okay. Well, I am going to try to continue to be Mr. Sneaky Pants, and I want to come up behind one of the cultists, and I want to inflict wounds it.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Not 20.
Nice. You walk up behind one of the cultists. Dun, 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 dun. Sneaky, sneak, stabby, stab, and you touch him. Give me an attack roll for a.
I am going to cast it at second level, by the way.
Cool. So go ahead and make a d20 roll, and add your
is-
spellcasting
yeah,
modifier
sick.
and your to hit roll, which I believe would be your proficiency plus your spellcasting modifier, which is wisdom.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry. So that would be both. It'd be both the spell modifier and the proficiency bonus, or is
That's
that
added together? Yeah.
okay? So it 13.
That's a hit. That just hits. You reach out and touch him. So second level. So that's 4d10
2d10.
inflict wounds.
Yeah.
Inflict wounds is.
Oh,
3d10.
never mind. You were right. I'm sorry. I was reading.
It's one of my. It's my girlfriend Larissa's favorite
It's a very good
spell she uses for her character. So inflict wounds, yes.
I was reading that.
rock that.
Only at higher levels part, thinking that was for the base.
Just cause roll, it's a 1.
It's sad. It's okay. We since you weren't here, we gave you the dodge action.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay.
So,
I suspected to be back by the time it was his turn.
21.
dead. You grab the cultist by the shoulder and just melt.
And then I would like to use the rest of my movement to.
Actually, you touch him, he just necrotic energy just leaves your arm, touches the cultist, and he just
return to kind of a hiding spot, I guess. I don't know. Just.
Unfortunately,
shrink
you've moved up, and you've done an action. You wouldn't be able to really get to a hiding spot.
Okay.
You are now, unfortunately. Hi, guys.
All right. Oh,
They unfortunately see you at this point. So at this point would be back to the soldiers. Do you want to continue to keep them distracted?
I kind of really like this character.
Let's see. I'm going to say, yeah, and then I had another dream, but it wasn't actually a dream because I feel like it was one of those dreams where it was like...
So on your action, you'll be doing performance check.
Yes.
Okay.
So it was one of those dreams where it's
Yep,
like,
they both fit
I
in
had
those
the
and
dream.
Cool. All right. So score. You're back to you now. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right.
And then it happened in real life. You know, one of those?
You're back up.
I am?
Yeah, it's because I remember I messed up. And
Oh, okay.
I actually flipped you and Store together, so now it's all figured out now. Now it's your turn. My apologies.
All right, if you say so.
So there are now
'cause I got
there are now 3 cultists still chanting.
I guess I'm going to do it again.
I'll fucking do it again.
I've got 2 second level spell slots, so I'm
You
going
go over and
do it
smack
again.
one. Okay.
Well, that's higher than last time, so I'm gonna guess it hits, but I'm still gonna say 15.
That's it. Roll that beautiful 4d10 of necrotic damage as you reach out and touch Faith.
That one's 10, 19.
Dead. You go over, grab another cultist, run its throat, and he just goes to chant. Hot ash is just consumed by the fire as the fire, as the other 2 cultists finish their chant, and the fire forms over the skeletal form that has now formed in the fire. Its massive horns, a fiery crown above its, floating above its skulled head. It stands about 7 feet tall. In its hands, it holds a hammer made of flame, a war hammer made of flame, in a bellowed tone.
Does it get affected by the spike growth?
If it moves, yes.
Dubuque.
It says, "My name is Dubuque."
I'm sorry that I ruined your sell on that.
That's awesome.
That is such a non-menacing name.
Dubuque.
Dubuque. I weld the hammer Jamaica,
Okay,
forged in the city of Orange.
that works.
I thought you'd enjoy that.
Thank you.
Anyway, so at that point, it would be the cultist who are going. There are 2 cultists left. Now you've murdered 2 of their friends. They're going to pull weapons and try to attack you. Not like that. One of them swings with a scimitar at you, but you're able to easily get out of the way. It takes damage from the spike growth. Go roll damage with the spike growth, please. One of them attacks you with a scimitar, also misses you. Takes damage from the spike growth. Go ahead and roll damage, please. Just die on the spike growth. I'm going to guess they don't have that much hit points. I guess whatever Jordan rolls is going to be pretty bad.
First one, 5 damage.
Okay?
Second one, 7 damage.
Okay, cool. The close are both dead. And it's breathing.
Oh, Spike Growth is so great.
Spike growth is legit
Armin,
awesome.
one of my
That
players,
moves
used it
everyone
on
up.
me.
So Snore, you're up. So I assume you're doing your little distraction with the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Atama is flying. He's cawing, screeching. Dubuque, unfortunately, his turn is left. So he'll take go ahead and roll damage for the spike growth as he's going to take a swing at you. Score 6 damage as he moves through the spike growth. He unfortunately moves out of the spike growth as he slams his hammer into you.
All right.
Ooh. That would be a crit.
I am probably dead. I got a good
You
guess.
did heal though, right?
Yeah, I did my 3d8 hit
Good.
dice.
Good.
I only did 2. I should have done all.
You are going to take 7 points of fire damage.
Oh, that's not as much as I thought. That okay? Yes, yes.
And you are going to take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, that's more.
As Jamaica slams into you with tremendous force.
Thank you.
And this flaming horned skull skeleton stands over you with this evil intent. Do you think you would stand against me? Store, you're up, followed by the soldiers.
My name is Quad Cities.
The easiest way to get to him would be, unfortunately, running across the spike growth. You have to be.
I'm going to go around
Yeah,
if I
good,
can.
good.
How much can I use all my movement to get there?
Wait, no, you have a 10-foot reach, don't you?
Yes.
You can get him with a 10-foot reach.
All right.
You're like, ha! No!
I missed. That's only an 11.
Atamo is going to give you advantage since he's been conning you. Go ahead and take your advantage.
Okay. That is a 15 on the die that time, so a 20.
That hits. Roll damage. And then Snore, you'll be
Plus
up.
3,
And then,
so 12.
I will.
you'll be up next if you want to continue your performance or if you want to.
Isn't score before me?
You're absolutely right. I apologize.
Is there?
Yes. Look how much damage.
12.
12 points of damage.
I will have
you,
to leave soon.
You smash the.
You leave when you feel you're comfortable.
What?
I have to go to work soon.
What?
It's 33.
Oh,
36.
Do you need to go?
Not quite yet.
Okay.
I can be a little
All right. All right. So you did 12 damage to his back. All right. So that, and then the soldiers. Are you going to continue your charade, or do you want them to do something? So are you going to continue your thing?
Oh, you're talking to me. I'm so sorry.
Okay, Snore.
Maybe we should.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue my thing. You know, just keep these guys going until. Yeah.
Okay, then Score. You're up. You are now engaged with the flaming fiend known as Dubuque.
Is his name Dubuque or is it just Buke and he says the weird?
Give me an Arcana check.
I'm gonna do
Oh my gosh.
Word of Radiance.
That's 16 on the dice.
Okay, which is what?
It's you utter a divine word, and burning radiance erupts from you. Each creature of your choice that you can see within range must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take
Okay.
1d6 radiant damage.
Okay, and it's a concept, and he fails. So go ahead and roll the damage.
Okay.
And it's a cantrip, right?
Yes, that is a cantrip. Yes.
So you reach out, you speak words of truth, and how much damage does he take?
4.
4. So it's radiant damage. He takes 8.
Oh, honestly, I was not expecting that. I guess yeah.
And he kind of as you speak the words, he rears back and hisses at you. You can see
yeah.
these large, oversized canines. He goes, "I will enjoy searing the skin off of every bone." So, Snore, are you going to continue?
I don't like this
Absolutely.
man.
Okay. All right. Give me a performance check.
We keep on keeping on. It's a 19 on the dice.
Nice. Keep him distracted.
Yep.
Eyes on me. Eyes on me. Atama is going to give Store. He's going to give you advantage on the attack. Dubuque is going to rear back with his hammer and attack the Dragonborn. He's going to miss. He's going to use his reaction to re-roll that and going to attack Score.
Can't cast that.
Unfortunately, he's going to hit again for another 8 points of fire damage and 6 points of bludgeoning damage
To me,
to you.
I will be down.
As you hear, he swings back, misses you. He rears back, and he catches Score right on top of his melon. You hear as you watch Score's body kind of crumble, and he's unconscious.
Dang.
Story up.
Seeing him crumble, my fighting style comes a lot more unhinged. It was regimented, stanced. Now it's more like haymakers.
That's his rage.
I'm not a barbarian. I don't have rage.
Yeah.
But it's the
Yes.
You have advantage in anything.
Yes.
Yep, that's a 14. That's a 17. I have a +5, so that's 23
That's a hit.
to hit.
Roll that d10.
5.
5.
Oh gosh, James, your sack is so much bigger than Jordan's.
Thank you.
You smash him again. You now have the Duke's full attention as your companion lays bleeding on the ground in the shadow of this fleeing monstrosity. The soldiers, you're continuing your charade. Score. Go ahead and make me your first death save. D20, 10 or better.
9.
That is one failure. Snore, continue your charade. As you see this demon smash the cleric, and the cleric falls to the ground. Are you in this charade, or are you going to continue? Eyes on me, boys. Eyes on me.
Well, I have soldiers, right?
You have soldiers.
Yeah. Well, if I don't keep that up, they're probably gonna like just take care of you two. So I'm just gonna keep up the charade.
Okay.
Be like, hey, do you like chicken nuggets? Because I love chocolate milk. You know, which one's better? You know?
Persuasion check.
What?
That was a 10.
It's still holding.
That was a
them.
10 after the math.
They're still holding them.
Frick,
they look,
yes.
They look gosh. Okay, that's
Frick,
cool.
yes.
Chicken nuggets are pretty good. Yeah, I like chicken nuggets. I don't think I've ever had chocolate milk, though. Oh, it's great. Yeah, it's
Chocolate milk, man.
Dubuque takes his heavy hammer and swings it, and you're able to just duck under the edge. You feel the hot flame just pass over the top of your head. You're up. You have advantage in the attack.
It's because he's bald.
Dragons don't have hair. That is a 6.
Oof.
That is a 3. Oof. I use my inspiration.
You can certainly use your inspiration. Reroll that.
Does the reroll have advantage?
Totally.
Yes.
Okay.
Not officially, but for me, yes, totally.
14 and 17. So that's another 22.
That's still a hit.
And then,
Just drop it. Yeah. Roll that damage.
oops.
Damage.
4 plus 3 is 7.
7. All right. The soldiers are keeping their.
And I'll shout,
keeping their
not
attention.
again, not again, never again, as I'm swinging
Yes. With righteous indignation, Jordan, make your next death save. And then Snore, make a performance check if you're keeping their
What
their
the
attention.
fuck?
Another failure.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I've not had 2 fails right off the bat.
Someone
Make
might have
a
your
persuasion
A long time.
What?
Make a persuasion check. You're keeping their attention, right? Or are you?
How good do I have to roll to persuade these guys to save my friend?
I don't.
That would be a heavy roll. 'Cause keeping their attention is one thing. Having them do something that unless you know.
Does someone want to
Give
help
me
me?
an insight check.
Okay, an insight check.
Insight check.
Okay. That is a 13.
13. Well, these are mercenaries. They're probably getting paid.
Okay.
You want to try to outpay them.
You did pick up a pouch of 50 gold.
You do have a pouch of 50 gold.
Gentlemen, I will give you 50 gold plus with whatever gold I started my day with. I don't exactly know, but I started with gold today. Okay. And a talking bird. Listen,
Okay.
I want you to go save my friend right over there.
Okay. So I will give you a persuasion check with advantage. The DC is 15.
Okay.
DC is 15. If you fail it, the charade will drop, and they'll just want to take your gold.
Yep.
Okay.
With advantage.
Plus, persuasion's a really good modifier for me. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh my god. Oh my god.
What's your total?
Did anyone want to help me?
I'm dead.
If I have the option to,
Do you
I
have?
recognize the armor.
You do. But you're unfortunately engaged in a fight.
Okay, yeah. My highest roll was.
Does anyone have any type of inspiration left? No? Everyone's used their inspiration. Oh, man.
Nope.
Well, this is donezo. We're donezo! I gotta start fighting.
Okay, would you like to fight?
Yes, I will.
Listen, guys. No, I have money. No? Nope. Okay, fine. We're going to fight. Okay. What do you do?
Yep.
So anyway,
I'm
Guys
going
wanna punch
to.
You have 6 seconds.
Punch each other.
I'm going to cast sleep on the big dude killing my friend.
Okay. I will. You know what? Go ahead and roll that.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah. So it's 5 of these guys.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure he's got too much health, anyways.
Do you want to upcast that, or do you want? Sleep is a first level spell.
Ooh. Yeah. Let's do it at 3rd level.
Do you have a 3rd level spell slot?
No, let's do it at 2nd level.
Okay.
So I add 2 of these.
Sure.
I think
so.
it's 1 or 2.
Let's see. Sleep is a spell. Upcast unit.
Wait, no, I can do this.
Yep. As you upcast it, you'll add an additional 2d8. 2d8, yes.
All right. 6, 12, 20, 26, 31, 33.
You draw from whatever magic, from the power of creation, and you draw this magic across whatever plane this creature has come from. And it just disappears
Sleep?
in a puff of smoke.
Okay. Hey, you guys should like me more. Just letting you know.
The soldiers now draw their weapons on you. They haven't attacked yet, but the Buke is gone. Atumwa flies down and pecks one right in the eye. It's like, there's no whole lot of damage, but Store, you're up.
God's gone. He's down. He hasn't stood back up yet.
No.
He's down. Backstory of my character. I've already lost people. I don't want to lose more. I'm going to go over and... Could I force feed him the health potion?
You said I can. Which one?
The better of the two.
Okay, so roll 4d4 plus 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Does
5,
a health
plus 5.
potion restore spell slots?
No.
I know that was a joke, but like I wish it did.
3, 2, 4, so 8, 10, 16.
16 health. You are now at plus 16 health. This potion, you feel the liquid go down your throat, and your eyes flutter open, your blue eyes flutter open, and you see this dragonborn above you as he empties the contents down your throat.
Drink, damn it, drink! I don't care where we got it!
As the soldiers bear down on
There we go. That's what I was trying.
Snore.
How much health?
Unfortunately, your armor isn't resistant against their spears as they plunge them into you. 17 damage total as these spears slide into your body.
Every time you stab me, you bring me closer to my eternal dream of eternal sleep. You bastards.
Score, you're up. You are now awake. You are now prone, though. And then Snore's on deck.
Yeah.
Dubuque is gone.
I don't trust that entirely, but
Spike growth has dropped, of course, since you.
how are you looking, by the way?
I'm okay.
Still sexy.
Yes.
Okay.
Like old. He's got two. He's got two men who have just shoved sharp things inside of him. He's good.
I'm all right.
This is a Friday night right here, man.
Yep. We went from gross nests to this.
Yeah, we did, didn't we? Okay, so I guess I am going to use half my movement to get up.
Okay, have your movement.
And
Got 15 feet left.
how far away from him am I? Them?
You are from him. You are 30 feet away.
Tisk. I'm going to move 10 feet closer.
Okay, move 10 feet closer.
And
Dun 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 dun
I'm
dun
just
dun.
going to choose one and do Word of Radiance again. We'll do...
Is it a 5 foot? Is it word of radiance only 5 feet?
Yes, it is. Never mind. You're right. Well, I think that's all I'm going to do then. Is just move 10 feet closer.
Okay. All right. So that would be Snore. You're up. Followed by a
Let's see. How many spell slots do I have for this?
I do not have a lot of spells.
You have
on.
6 seconds.
Ooh, yeah. I cast one more sleep on these boys,
Okay. All right.
these two boys in front of me.
Okay. Are you casting it? Are you upcasting it? Or are you just trying to go with the?
We're going to upcast it one more time, I think.
So it's what 78.
Yes, sir.
Okay. 78.
'Cause I gotta take
against,
down-
against their hit points.
I got to take down both of them, so.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Ooh. 31,
I'm hearing good numbers. I'm hearing good numbers.
38, and
17.
43.
They both fall asleep.
Yes!
Sleep has been the most effective spell in this little one shot. So as you cast a spell with
I'm
these
good
two
at it.
spears in you, you're like sleep.
Yeah, and I'm like Batman. I'm not killing anybody. Yeah.
No. Nope. They both collapse unconscious. The sun rises on the Quad Kingdoms. Black Marsh is saved.
Oh my goodness, the Quad Kingdoms.
That's crazy.
I just
it
noticed
just hit me.
The
It
Quad.
just hit me.
Yes.
The Quad Kingdoms.
Yes.
Sweet.
The evil violentness of Dubuque has been defeated. You stand as heroes.
So accurate.
You come back. You come back to Silver Tree. You are. Reynolds is very, very pleased with the fact that now Trey can continue. The monastery is then repopulated. Score is given a new title of High Priest of the monastery of the Eternal Sun.
Yes.
You were given a new ship. You are. Store is given a promotion in rank, as well as his own battalion. And you are all heroes indeed.
Yay.
I like that.
Bro, I'm going to sleep on all the beds on my new ship.
All the beds are so comfy.
Yes. This is great.
The most plushest down you've ever had.
Yes. Okay, cool.
Well, thank you for enjoying this one shot.
Yeah, that was awesome, Dean.
Dean, this is for you.
Thank you, Dean. Thank you, James.
Yes.
Thank you, Dennis, for the location.
Thank you.
Yeah. So,
All one bed of the ship. Everyone else is sleeping in hammocks.
No, not his ship. His ship. There's all
Only beds.
we almost only beds. Almost more than fishing equipment. Anyways, that has been this episode of Too Many Words 100. We are officially in the triple
Whoop, whoop.
digits. This
That's
is
awesome.
awesome. And so, who or what do you dedicate this podcast episode out to, Jordan?
This podcast episode goes out to. That's a really good question. I'm gonna say. My dad on this one.
All right. James, who or what do you dedicate this podcast episode out to?
My mom.
Yeah. Dean, who or what do you dedicate this podcast episode out to?
I dedicate this podcast to the wonderful people at Dungeons Gate in Ankeny. They
Okay.
provide a safe space, a wonderful inclusive space for people in all realms of reality, of the LGBTQ, of allies, of just people that want to be cool and geeky and enjoy themselves. And Melissa and Rob are amazing people. So if you get a chance, if you're in the Ankeny area, pop out, see them. Dedicated to the New Age shop, who are amazing people and who create a wonderful space of creativity. And come see the Under the Sea Art Show, August 2nd and 3rd,
Yeah.
as well as along with the Psychic Fair that's usually down in the foyer.
I'm also dedicating this podcast episode out to the New Age shop. We are always so thankful to those who give us their space. And so, yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. 1, 2, 3, amen.
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 What? Sorry.